for letting us do this crap.
You know, my pops, man, now he mean the world to me, alright? You know, my mom too, yo. My mom hooked me up with this, all of this. Man, everything's so hard right now!
Did you actually cut all that?
Yeah, of course I did. Who
Hold up.
else did it?
Yeah, hold up, actually.
No, Whitney did it.
Yeah, man.
That's the. We were talking
Wait,
about.
hold up. We're about to start the show.
Well, no,
man.
no, well, you could go ahead. I just need to get the thing there. There was
Just
someone.
turn that light off. It's not doing shit.
I just need to.
Oh,
There
wow.
was a
I think it is doing shit.
No, it's not doing shit. It's just fucking my eyes out.
I'm trying to get your views. What I'm trying to do.
There you go. I mean, if you're out of here.
Why are you looking directly at it, man?
I'm
That's
trying to
your
look at the
own
screen.
damn
It's right in front of me. It's
fault. You don't need to look at the screen.
I'm trying to look at the camera. It's right in
This is
front of
a
me.
great reunion, guys.
Okay, I'm good.
Turn that shit off.
He's the fucking purest reunion.
Ooh, yo, Rattel, what the hell are you doing, man? We're live and you're not even here for the celebration.
Yo, someone's gotta run this shit, man.
Wow.
Holy crap.
There's a chat
We
here.
got the chat. Oh, see, now that doesn't look it, man. We need more light.
Yeah, we don't need. You look how white this shit is. We don't need more light.
It's making it look pretty white right now, man.
You know what? Would you just relax? Would you just relax? Anyways,
Bill
people.
looking pale as hell, dog.
I was in Thailand for 5 days too.
Got a favorite cell.
Can you see
What
how
a
white-
reunion,
You
guys.
see how white this man looks right now?
You're complaining about the camera quality?
He calls
Picture
Snow
quality?
White, dog.
Yeah.
It's nice to be back. What is going on, people? Welcome back to the Top Tier Podcast. Holy shit!
Dusty, please.
What is?
Let's see this. Where we at? Titty star, yeah.
I think that's the funniest thing Toasty's ever said to me. Oh my god.
Rattel's nose is constantly growing like a rodent's teeth.
I'm glad nothing has changed.
Not even a minute in, man.
A rodent's teeth.
Oh my god.
No, how long have you been saving that one for? Toasty?
I'm
Jesus
on
Christ.
Twitch right now. I mean, I didn't
Anyways.
that chat right
Oh my god.
What is going on, people? Welcome back. It has been a very long time since the six of us have, six of us have all,
Looks like the circle one going.
since the six of us have all been, together on camera. I mean, we got together off camera all the time. But, holy crap. 5 years ago, we started the Top Tier Podcast.
5 years.
5 years
It's a
ago.
long time.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
So let's go over. Actually, well, first let's go around the table. What's going on, people? My name is Brendan. You can find me on the YouTubes at youtube.com/RattelFactor. And we are joined by Whitney the Siren Santos,
Wow.
Cyrus.
I hate that shit.
YouTube sensation Beirut.
Yes, the YouTube sensation.
Sensation.
The 5 uploads a year. I'm still a sensation.
Still love you,
I'm
man.
glad.
Still love you.
Keep it on.
You got some hardcore fans, man. I read your comments, man. Like your fans are so happy.
They want you back.
They just want you to do shit,
No,
man.
man. I get I'm grateful that I even get some views. I don't get crazy views, but I'm grateful.
Maybe you should
that I do.
actually try.
Oh, said beneath the breath, dog.
You know that shit is
He wasn't even making eye
Making eye contact.
contact with me while he said that to me.
Yeah, he said it like a black woman, dog.
Damn.
That's shady. That's shady.
We got
Yo.
Lou Tixton.
Set.
Why doesn't he get a friggin' nickname, dude? Why am I the YouTube
Did we ever have one for Lou?
I don't know.
I don't
to be
think
honest
so.
with you,
Man.
You are a sensation, though, man.
I don't know, man.
People love it. You too.
Have you seen my views,
Do you know
dog?
what?
It's
Do you know
not-
what?
it's not
I
a
name
great-
dropped you.
No, you got
once.
way more views than I do.
Yeah, I name dropped you. and you
I've
were saying-
name dropped you, yeah,
I'm like,
more than a few
You know
times.
Beer Rudy? I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, man. He's just, bro.
Dude,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
year.
yeah.
This
Yeah,
year.
Yo, that guy's
Known me
amazing.
since I was a
Like,
kid, man. Known me since you were lending me a PSP in 2006, man.
That's true, actually.
Wow.
When I had zero money, dog. Billy was the one who was out there lending me a PlayStation Portable because I was a broke ass kid who was burning all my PS2 games. All right.
Yeah, I did. burn out
PSP
your
was
PS2.
great because you
did?
can
Yeah,
mod the shit out of PSP too.
yeah.
I remember Boris, like, he you know, just rented everything from Block. He used to work at Blockbuster.
Did, yes.
Holy
And,
shit.
and,
That's how old we
he's
are.
like, hey, Julie, I need you to burn this game. Like, okay, give me $1 because I need to, like, just reimburse you.
You know,
for it.
I was buying a few games that year, but I definitely wasn't dropping a lot of money because I was buying like 360 games because I was working at Arby's, dog. I was making that curly fries money.
Yeah, and you gotta tone it down that shit.
yeah,
You see, we don't get the FBI coming up. Like, you did what, when?
yeah, I had to buy some shit. Don't worry, but let's keep moving on. This
buying
table.
CDs, buying blind DVDs.
Yo, I did.
Yeah, I bought some games. I actually bought some DVDs.
Straight out of El Salvador and into the Top Tier podcast,
Yeah.
we got Benjamin Espinosa.
Buenas noches.
And last and least, Billy.
Jesus Christ.
I'm used to it. I'm fine.
These were our intros.
It's true, and do you know what? I don't even play like the games.
No, Billy, I don't know, man. I see you on Steam all the fucking time.
Oh, that VBS.
BBS.
PUBG. You guys can find Billy on PUBG, man.
PUBG. I still play CS once in a while.
I know. Yo,
You
Billy.
find him on the leaderboards.
Not anymore, man. Not anymore. I'm washed up. Old.
And of course, the unofficial official beer of the Top Tier podcast, Asahi.
How did that even happen, anyways?
I think you started it.
What did I?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it started from the
Yeah.
Christmas.
I
didn't
can't
Or
open
was
it.
It was
before that?
definitely you, yeah. The first time I had Asahi was because of you.
You're a weeb, Billy.
I'm Asian, so it doesn't really work that way.
Yeah. Why is there no Chinese beers out there, man?
It probably
What?
is.
Like, those guys suck, man.
Yeah.
There's like Chinese fruit beers and shit. I saw that shit. I was at Hot Pot and I saw they had that.
Do you know
shit.
what? It's not bad, but it's hard to import like the good beers here. Or they don't even import it. You know,
Is
it's
it like cars? Is it because people don't trust China? Because there's no Chinese manufacturer of
How
cars.
much water goes in the beer? They don't trust that Chinese water, dog. That's why.
Yeah, that's probably why. I'm sorry,
You
Billy.
just take this one, right?
I'm sure Vietnamese beer is pretty good though. They probably put like lizards and shit in it.
What the fuck?
What?
LOL, dog. There's some dank ass lights in the back room over there.
Yo, man.
Oh yeah, shit! I gotta turn.
Oh shit, yo, leave him alone. You guys know what Rattel does in his spare time, dog.
You know, don't worry about my lights, all right?
That's Gabool's room. Gabool.
That's where Tell hangs out, man. That's his office, dog.
All right, guys. Before
Log on my
workspace,
Twitch, man.
man.
I'm working right now.
we
Everyone's
start,
on their-
let's all cheers. You know, whether you got juice, whether you got drinks.
So you got some Summersby. Cheers to the Top Tier podcast of 5 years.
5 years.
5 years of inconsistency.
Cinco.
Shit.
5 years of
Yeah,
inconsistency.
it was consistent.
Look at what Mattel gave me, all this foam. That's why he's like, yo, just take this beer, man.
Yo, you're supposed to have a little bit of head, Billy.
You are, man.
How's that? Look at
That's why I gave you that one, man. I didn't want that shit.
That's actually, that's right, man. My uncle from Germany traveled here the other week, and I poured like this to him, and he was like, "What is this shit? Like you're supposed to have like that much
Yeah.
foam, especially in Europe. Like
Well,
you need to
tastier
have
there,
this
though.
much." Yeah, it is, but I don't know. There's a whole science behind it.
There is a science behind it.
Yeah.
Apparently, you're supposed to have some head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Billy's got enough head.
You start with
That's
the
true. Yeah, he's got enough head in his life, right, Billy?
start with the head, and then you get to the good stuff, man.
He's a Blue Ranger. His dick is long, dude.
This is why this podcast never took off.
Right.
guys.
That's a throwback, man.
Is the Blue Ranger now the Black Ranger? Is that the joke?
No, it's
Because they changed all the colors, didn't
They
they?
did.
A new one? I haven't
No,
seen
it was from one of the. It was like a dubbed Mighty Morphin Power Rangers thing.
the same thing as
And it's, you know how like when they transform, then they have like like the cameras underneath, and they do like somersaults over,
Yeah.
Right.
and then like they would say something. Then the Blue Ranger comes, like Blue Ranger, motherfucker, my dick is long. And then it just stuck with me because Billy's the Blue Ranger, and I was like, Billy, your dick is long. That's how that started. And I said that one time on the podcast, and
You
I
did.
don't remember when.
I know a lot of
It
people
was-
know this. Like,
It was like
People
there's,
know, the
I know
people
there's
know.
the top tier trivia.
Yeah.
Apparently, that was the first thing you ever said on the podcast. Is my dick is long. What's going on? Welcome to the Top Tier Podcast. I'm here with you. My dick is long.
What episode is this of the podcast officially?
I think this is 68. I think we're one away,
We only got to 68.
dude. Yeah, we didn't hit 69, dude.
I thought we hit 100.
We're either 67 or 68.
Well, okay, so what was Retitus? Was that
That's
50?
episode 50, dude.
Okay. I thought it was 100. I thought it was
sad.
something actually worth celebrating.
So we gotta come back after this, right? Do a
We're
69.
gonna do a 69.
Shit.
It's been yeah.
How are we gonna stop at 68, dog?
I know. It's
It's been crazy.
can't
actually.
leave it
No,
hanging.
7.
Not to like make this emotional. I mean, it's not. But since last time we did the podcast, like everyone's really kind of moved on.
Right, that's
to
true. Like,
bigger-
I wanted
bigger
to-
things in their life. It's really.
I wanted to go around the table and kind of get, for a lot of people, like, they might see us in like videos or whatever, but the podcast was kind of our opportunity to sit down and really get into some deep conversation for the audience to get to know us.
Deep, so deep.
So
Belly button deep.
But it was the only time we actually saw each other for a while. Well, maybe later became the only time we saw each
Yeah,
other
it
because we
was.
were all so busy.
well, it's true. Like, ever since we stopped doing the podcast, I definitely don't see you guys nearly as much.
Well, I was gonna mention
a good
earlier,
thing.
this is the first time that I'm with all of you, like in the same room. I haven't been in the same room with all of you, and like,
I mean, we
Last
have
Christmas.
gatherings.
We have
I mean,
gatherings,
well,
but-
I feel like.
24-hour podcast.
Yeah, I mean, Ben, you don't come
24
out. We watch a lot of
I don't
fights
get
here.
invited.
Do you watch
I
fights?
know you're into watching.
Who doesn't like watching fights? Come on, like
I keep
people,
forgetting how-
people got
how
YouTube
Mexican
like
Ben is
channels on like fights.
Because we watch a lot of, I mean, Lou and Bertel, you guys are more of like the UFC guys, but I mean, I watched like a few weeks ago, we saw the Floyd Mayweather
Yeah.
Conor McGregor fight
yeah,
here,
yeah.
which was a fun. I still love that fight. I was.
It was a great
Yeah,
fight.
it's
Billy
super
won
entertaining,
$500.
Yeah, Billy won. Yeah,
That's
Billy
legit.
won.
Watch me
Let's
with
talk
$5.
about that. Billy won. Had a bet. Tell us about the bet.
Okay, so I didn't care who won in the
Yeah.
fight. Just I wanted McGregor and Mayweather to just end the fight in round 10. I put $20 on Mayweather to win in round 10, and I wanted $20 on McGregor to win. Either way, I'm gonna win either $500 or $1,000.
Billy was scheming, dude.
So that's pretty much it. I was
Good.
clenching my ass and like.
It was so crazy.
That booty clap.
After like the 9th round ended, I was like, "Yo, Billy, you're gonna win. You're gonna win this."
Yeah,
Because he looked too gassed at that
Yeah,
point,
It's just
right?
like
Really
you're
gassed.
gonna win this.
Yo, but props to Conor McGregor, man. That was some good. That was a really good fight, and like really good, I think, for the sport of boxing. Just to show people after that Mayweather Pacquiao fight, for the casual watchers.
Because
and people who
you're
don't
actually
watch.
you're into boxing.
I was when I was younger because of my oldest brother. Like I was just, he was kind of like my idol, so I would watch whatever he watched. So I watched around like the Jermaine Taylor, Bernard Hopkins era. I was watching
Yes,
a lot around
but
then.
of course.
So
Hopkins, man, he's a legend.
yeah, for sure. I mean, Jermaine Taylor, he was amazing at his time too, man. That dude was like,
Yeah.
but he turned out really bad in his
We
life,
missed
probably.
the best fight of boxing last week. That was GGG and Canelo,
Yeah, I
man.
saw a lot of those.
We missed it.
Yeah, that was apparently a really. We should have watched that.
We should.
Yeah,
I
apparently
I couldn't watch it anyway. on that
apparently
day,
the
but
results were a little
Yeah.
pretty freaking
Yeah,
It was a
controversial.
draw.
Yeah. I did watch a little bit of the post stuff afterwards. But you guys always tell me about the UFC world more. I'm not into UFC as much, but definitely in terms of entertainment value, it's really surpassed boxing. I think boxing.
There's more money in boxing though. For
There's
some
way more.
reason.
Well, yeah, that's because of Muhammad Ali and all that shit. Because of he was really fighting for it around his era. There's more of like a little bit of a union for boxing now. So fighters
The
get most
mafia?
of the money. Yeah. Where UFC was just from the beginning, they were just like, yeah, we're gonna give you guys like 15, 20 grand to fight. Obviously, for the higher up guys, they make a couple mil, but there's nowhere near boxing where they're.
You gotta remember that UFC's like mixed martial arts in general. Like the sport is like really young still, right? Like boxing's been around
It
for
is.
like so long.
Yeah, nah, it's a cool success story for MMA too, of just like of how Dana White and all this. But they wanted to sell it at a certain point because they were like
They did.
$40 or $60 million in debt, and then just like last
Holy
minute
shit.
they were just like, we're gonna kind of stick through it. And Ultimate Fighter, I think, really kicked it off because people loved that.
Forrest Griffin.
Yeah, and that kind of started because to make those initial rivalries, I think, is the hardest thing for any fighting sport. And then kind of when you establish that probably is
Unless you
when
could
it
build a
gets
story like New Japan Pro Wrestling.
New Japan.
New
good.
Japan.
Yeah. But anyways, that was a
I
good
got my
fight.
bullet
That was
club
a good
card in
fight.
here, but
I'll show one mine.
Yeah, the Canelo fight was probably gonna have a rematch, dude.
Oh, it's gonna
Yeah,
for sure,
they're gonna-
definitely, most definitely.
That's where boxing needs to go. I mean, I think I want to see some more heavyweight fights, though, man. Heavyweight has not been cool since the 90s.
Man, we got this young gun Anthony Joshua tearing it up right now, man.
What's Deontay Davis is his name, or Deontay the Bronze? He calls himself the Bronze Bomber or something like that. He's like the guy who's like 38-0 right now, with like 37 knockouts. But he's not getting a lot of limelight right now. So, anyways, enough about fighting.
How the fuck did we get on that tangent?
Billy won $500.
Billy won 500 bones, and he bought us pizza.
Guys,
Pizza party.
It's alright.
Where was I?
You were on set. You were on set that day.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
You were right. Don't worry about it.
Set. You were on set.
Yeah, let's start with that. Actually, let's go from Billy. Where have we been since the top tier days?
So just a brief history. So the
episode 1.
So episode 1 aired October 5th, 2012. We're just short of five years even.
It's only because I was.
But I mean scheduling.
Yeah.
Scheduling, getting these 6 in a room together when we're all in our late 20s. It's hard, man. And honestly, I think that was one of the main reasons why the podcast eventually ended up fizzling, is because we're all too busy with our own personal lives.
It's true.
And then the last episode aired on, let me see if I can find it here. So the last episode was called Power Fist the Children.
Really? That was the last episode?
Well, that was the last official one.
Right, the last.
When we also did a send-off video, a send-off episode that was like 3 hours, 3.5 hours
That's
long.
right.
And that was
That was 2 years ago, wasn't it?
that was February 24th, 2014.
3 years.
Wow.
So this is like over 3 years ago since we really did our proper final top tier podcast.
Yeah.
Long
This is a long ass time ago. And just like thinking about it, I went back and I watched like episode 1, a little bit of episode 1 of the top tier
Ooh, that was
podcast,
rough.
and it was
Wait.
cringe, man. I couldn't watch it.
What was cringe? Was it you or like?
It was just everything. I just feel like all of us, like 2012 Brendan was much different than 2017
Yeah.
Brendan.
Yeah.
And I think that same goes for all of us.
Yeah.
I think we're older. You know what I mean? Anyways, so a lot has changed.
Oh, the dog
A lot has happened. We got animals everywhere. We got dog
scary.
ears, cats.
Yeah.
Is that Harley?
This is
Yeah.
Harley.
That's 5.
Here, Harley, come here.
Hey, buddy.
He's chilling.
Harley, come here.
Then we gotten older. I mean, the production value around here. I mean, you got a C-stand going on. You got lights.
It's a tripod, dog.
Yeah, that's not a C-stand, dog.
Oh, C-stand. That's, I mean.
That's not a C-stand.
That's not
I don't
really a
think. Yeah,
C-stand.
C-stands are.
What do you call that then?
I just call it a stand, dude.
Yeah, I think that's just a mic stand. I don't know if that's
A microphone stand. Yeah.
That was like so shit.
You know what? You know what
Find
though?
that in the music room, dog.
Real talk, Ben probably sees more C-stands than us in a day right
This is
now.
true.
But they're usually silver and big. But
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go around the table. Billy,
You
man.
guys went that way first.
Oh,
Whitney, man.
Ladies first. Ladies first.
Ladies
And
first.
You said I was last.
I thought you were
Last and
first.
least.
Oh wow.
when you started working at Nintendo,
She making that Nintendo money.
Yeah.
Making that Nintendo money.
Work at Nintendo.
all that Animal Crossing guys, it worked out for something. It all worked out for
Well,
something.
I mean, I think you guys are overlooking that she graduated high school. They just put that out there. She graduated.
Just graduated.
Not that young. That young. Yeah, Nintendo's been really great. I mean, I just applied at an animation studio, so hopefully I get that.
Cool.
She's like in a round of interviewing right now, so
I
run
am,
out there,
yeah.
man. Give out your spirit bomb. She's got has to
Yeah.
meet with the CEO of the company next week.
I am, yeah.
For what?
Where at?
Atomic Cartoons. So they
Yeah.
did like Courage the Cowardly Dog, Seven
Oh, that's
Little
awesome.
Monsters. Yeah, I applied for
They
the.
did that Spider-Man show in the early 2000s.
That's
That was
right.
like really 3D and weird.
Oh,
Was it
that
Ultimate
one?
Spider-Man? Or
I don't know if it's called
Unlimited.
Unlimited.
Yeah.
Unlimited.
That's the
Something.
one.
Some
It's not
bullshit.
a great show
that
at all.
wasn't.
Spider-Man
but-
Unlimited
Hey,
wasn't-
dude,
yeah.
don't dog it right now.
That was the
No,
best.
I know Atomic. We used to patrol that place.
You see Tom?
Pretty
yeah.
great.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a cool place.
Wait. Spider-Man Unlimited was the one in the future with the.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the 3D one.
I thought it was 3D. Like,
No,
was
no,
it?
I-
was it
okay,
cell-
no,
The 3D cell shaded one's a different name. Is what I'm saying.
Oh,
right?
really?
Yeah.
That's another.
Spider-Man Unlimited was on the Fox.
Yeah, it was on the Fox. It's like he goes to like a planet with
It's like
animals,
with
isn't it?
animals.
Oh,
That's a
that's-
different one.
that's
a
not the
different
one.
That's a different
He's
one.
talking about the cell shaded when it was on YTV. back in
Yes,
the
that's
day.
the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It
I
was
thought
like
that was
3D
Unlimited.
cell
I
shaded.
thought that was
I
Unlimited.
think that's a different name.
Oh, okay.
If anyone knows, it's Luke.
Yeah, lose the Spider-Man.
No, I mean,
fan.
Well, they were both bad though. That's just the reality.
The 90s animated series ones, Spectacular Spider-Man, like those were the good ones, man.
Those were good
I love
ones.
this mohawk, dude. It's so badass. Anyways,
And I went to PAX.
Woo!
Yeah.
Winning loves packs. Like,
Go and I just.
You just get
Yeah.
all the swag, or what do you do? Buy
No,
all the merch?
no, I get swag, I get the merch, but I think I love trying out the games, though. That's my favorite part. I tried Evil Within 2.
Ooh, I
Almost
haven't even tried that shit out
Almost
yet.
shit my pants.
you got a poster for that, man.
Yeah, man.
You gotta use something back. I'm sorry.
Thanks, Doug.
I tried to nam scam you,
There
not
was-
bring you anything
yeah,
back.
Nothing too good there,
There you
though.
go.
But
I finally logged on.
Yeah.
Do you know what though? This year's PAX was the first PAX I haven't been to in like 6 years.
Since 2000.
you know, I was
Since
thinking, well,
2011.
when I was at
Wow.
PAX this year, I was thinking about that wasn't the first one I went to, but the most memorable one was the one where Billy, the one where I met Kojima and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
that was
that
a
was
great
the-
one, dude.
That's the only one I ever went to, but we hyped
forget
it.
that, man.
Yeah, I mean, just the whole experience of us going to Toys R Us and buying the Ninja Turtles.
The
It
Ninja
was,
Turtles
it was
costume.
just like a lot
Yeah,
of dumb
and
stuff.
then
We
the-
yeah.
The what's the rap album cover or whatever?
Oh
the
my
hell
god,
it
the
is.
Disney!
Yeah, that was just such.
It's in my
a
slideshow,
good,
dude.
That was a good PAX. And like right now, honestly, if you're like a swag hunter, PAX is not a
No,
good place
no,
to go.
no.
It's really it's toning down more every year. Like this year, I probably spent just money to buy stuff more than anything, but. It's still fun. Like I don't know if I'll ever go again. Like I told you, without an exhibitor pass. Like I had an exhibitor pass this
You've
year.
been spoiled.
I've been really spoiled because I can't do the lines, man. I can't wait 3 hours in line to try a 5-minute
It was
demo.
crazy. I was in, like, when I first got in, Monster Hunter was capped, VR, Bethesda was capped. A majority of stuff was like capped. I think Wolfenstein 2, Evil Within.
Yeah.
I got to try Wolfenstein
Woo.
2. Almost threw up. It's really like shaky. Like you're in a wheelchair, and like once you go down the stairs,
That sounds dope as hell.
it's done.
You're in a
aren't you
wheelchair?
shooting?
That sounds dope as fuck.
I think you're shooting.
No, but he's shooting when you're like, because I was playing and he's like going like this, and when you see like the Nazis, you're like, literally,
But-
it's like this. He's shooting. He's shooting like this.
Yeah, it was a fun PAX, but
Crazy.
I still want 1 year. I know you guys aren't like crazy hardcore gamers, some of you as much, but 1 year I would love to coordinate a PAX like with a van of like 8 of us or
Fuck
something
yeah,
like
dude.
that.
Like-
Like I think that'd be
Come on,
really
you'd
fun.
be-
100%, like-
Again, you're making that Lucas money.
I don't know.
Yo, I can actually try and get us exhibitor passes this
Really?
year.
You
Yeah,
can
I
fly
can
us
try.
down there,
Almost
man.
got that pull.
I mean, that'll be.
Damn, dude. Because the
don't
exhibitor
know.
pass, you get like what was an hour early access.
Yeah,
to
it
the show
depends.
floor?
You can just go in whenever they're setting up, and if
Oh,
the vendor, there's no like time. If the vendor like lets you play, he just lets you play. So you can just talk with the vendors and play. And after, were you able to play after it closes too, or it's it's usually before?
Before, after
Yeah, like-
they pretty much sweep the area and
Oh.
kick everyone out.
It's crazy how fast you can go through PAX when you don't have to wait in the line.
Yeah,
Like, you can really
100%.
finish everything in like 2-3 hours, right? Just
You
by
know,
hopping
yeah.
around.
Every
but-
year we go to PAX though, it's like I've been to 6 PAXs now,
Yeah.
which is insane.
Yeah,
Which is
it's like
insane.
4, I think.
And it's like when I think about it though, like all of my memories are not of the games I played or of the swag I got. It's like the stupid bullshit that we do, like
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
gonna happen?
like the Taco Del Mar or ordering like a million fucking pizzas.
That's because we got
That room service.
We got the room
And then we get what is that? What is that cereal called? Applebee's or whatever, Apple Jacks.
Apple Jacks.
Apple
Some
Jacks.
Yeah, I remember we ordered that in room service.
No,
Expensive cereal.
no, we were,
Yeah.
no, we were for some reason we got into Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
I still have my
And
Yu-Gi-Oh!
2011, me and Billy are playing Yu-Gi-Oh on the fucking bed like a bunch of man children.
But
and
that's
then
what,
our room service arrives, and so shit. And usually I thought she was gonna like hand them to us or whatever, but no, she just walks right in with hide the card.
Don't tell Skyler, man.
Skyler, that was her name.
but that's
Skyly.
what PAX is all about. It's or like these conventions where you go with friends. You just become a man child for like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Where you just kind of enjoy video games and kind of express your love for, entertainment, I guess. And that's why it's kind of good to go with a group of friends. And I hope that 1 year, whether it be next year or year after, we can like coordinate a time where we all go again.
Yeah,
It's
100%, man.
It's fun.
And I'll record our journeys,
Yeah.
just like the old times. It was great.
Well, the next technical trip, our trip.
We'll get to
Yeah,
it.
we'll get to it.
We'll get to you,
We'll
Billy.
get to you.
We will get.
Billy.
Wait your turn. All right. You didn't want to go
That's
first.
true. That's true. That's true. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
Jesus.
There, man. What have you been up to since 2014 February?
I've been uploading 5 videos a year, and that's all I've been doing.
I remember
now.
the first video that you uploaded, and like since your return. You were
Oh,
gone
yeah.
for like a year. I was like, you mentioned how many days it was. Was it 300, 400?
Whoa.
I think it was something like I counted. It was like 431.
Holy
Wow.
fuck!
It was a year and like crazy amount of
Man,
days.
why you gotta do that to your
I
beauty?
know, dude. I have to. I have some people who have been with me since like, it's crazy. Like just how people are still. Billy, get the fuck out of here, Billy. But I definitely need to, regain my audience. I'm trying to work things out with work right now to really find this medium where I to maybe try and go daily with content, but then also work 4 days a week, so then I can have 3 days to just pump videos and have like something ready for the week.
And so what do you do? What are you doing for work?
So right now I am working. So what happened since I was gone? Right. Well, since Top Tier ended, actually the next year I think
You went to school.
I went to school.
Yeah.
Right.
Who's
Which
telling the
was-
story? Right
Oh shit! Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
no, that's good. No, that's
I'm good.
good.
I'm feeding. I'm
No.
make sure you're on course.
Rattel's my hype man right now. This is like this is how Eminem felt in 8 Mile, dog. So one thing I didn't do, like a lot of us, I mean, Billy was the one here who went straight to school right after high school, and I always, after I ended high school, all my friends, my close friends at high school, they were all really smart dudes, so they went straight to school, and I was kind of like that weird offcast, like dumbass. Well, I could have gotten to school, like I did really well in school, but I was the one that I didn't like go straight to fucking post-secondary, right? So it felt kind of
You
weird.
mean like a. Oh wait, no, you're right.
Like post-secondary, yeah, that's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Like university or like
Right,
anything.
right,
So
right.
I took like a year gap because I really wanted to find out what the hell
Yeah,
I
for
wanted, and I
sure.
wanted to like mature as a person. So I, did some PA work on set and then found school. So anyways, I did all this shit, and eventually, about 5 years after graduation, which is so late, finally went to school, and took a program for like television and film. We learned a lot about journalism, a lot of stuff too. And my goal, ever since I actually went into the program, was to end a job at a place called Electric Playground, which
What is Electric Playground?
it's not as poppin' as it was in the 90s.
I remember Electric
Big
Playground.
deal though. I watched that show.
Especially for,
man.
I don't
watched
know if
that
it was
shit
on
too.
in the States, but for us, like up here in Canada, like,
Yeah.
Electric Playground was like, it was a TV show that was on.
It was
And
big in the States
was
too.
it big in the States?
It was called,
Okay.
yeah, they renamed some things into like Judgment Day.
Okay.
Like the reviews on the run was called Judgment Day over in the US. I actually don't even know. I gotta ask Vic why that naming happened. There's probably some legal reasons. But yeah, anyways, so I wanted a job there. I did a practicum. I ended up at the job, and thankfully Victor Lucas liked me enough that he hired me for full time, and I've kind of been doing that ever since. It's been like an amazing job. I've been able to travel for it.
So
And
just to plug Electric Playground and what you're doing over there.
Yeah.
EPN.TV, is it YouTube.com
Yeah, EPN.TV, that's right. You can just search Electric Playground through YouTube
right,
to make
right,
it
right.
easier. Through your web browser, you can even go to EPN.TV and I'll link you to all that stuff. But yeah, it's pretty much journalism for video games, and we get to
Woo!
I get to go to work and talk about games, and I work with interviews, and yeah, it's pretty sick. It's fun. It's a good time. And yeah, that's essentially what I've been doing, guys. I've tried to end up in the industry. On the side, I'm still doing FGC stuff. I was at PAX to do like a Street Fighter V tournament. I feel like I'm slowly starting to lose my passion for Street Fighter.
for Street Fighter.
okay.
Okay. I was about to say, for fighting games?
And I was like, whoa.
To be honest, I was at a point where I really thought that I was gonna, I might have had to stay away from. But then I played Tekken 7, and I was like, "Fuck, this game is really good. Like, this is what fighting games should be."
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. I hooked you up with Capcom games that are kind of like betas that are $70, but.
$70 betas.
But
BBC, I do.
yeah, I'm starting to realize that Street Fighter V. I was really thinking even when I was doing the Geico E-League thing, I was having fun doing the commentary, but at the same time I was thinking, I was like, I don't have a passion for this game like I did for 4, and it really for 5 it really lost it for me. And just to see, it just seems like I don't know if I'll ever regain that passion for 5. Marvel Infinite is really fun right now. I hope that the
is.
fun for it
It
stays.
is fun.
Billy,
It's fun.
yeah, it is. It's really
It's
like
fun. That's about the only thing you can
everything
say about it.
around the game is just atrocious in terms of graphics and story.
Oh, dude, I
and-
played through the story mode yesterday.
Oh,
It was so bad, dude.
Is it like the demo? Because I played the demo, like the story for the demo. Well, that's
Yeah.
the only thing you can play on the demo. Is it like that?
Bad? Yeah.
So you can't pick your characters. They just like run you through the story.
Well, it's like you cycle through a bunch of the
yeah,
characters.
you cycle through the characters.
depending on the scenario or whatever.
Stupid.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, who's playing that game for the story?
yeah. I mean, you know what? What the people who started it, and maybe you guys can argue they don't make the best competitive fighting games, but NetherRealm is the best at giving you package for your money, right?
Absolutely.
Like I know like even like Victor Lucas, my boss, right? Doesn't know like people in the journalism field because they're so busy, they have no freaking time for fighting games, so they don't know what they're doing in fighting games, but they still love Injustice because it has this story mode, it has this like gear system.
Yep.
Game of the year, Injustice Ratel.
Woo, that was yours, dog.
it
2013.
was.
Don't never forget.
But like, there's so much to do. You know, there's the multiverse system, and I think Capcom is trying to replicate that. They tried to do that with Street Fighter V, but their story modes have been really
Oh.
weak. And like, you can go into the menu of Marvel vs. Capcom, and it feels like a beta.
Yeah.
Like it's just like the way the menu goes, and it's like, man, it sucks.
You know, you guys were giving me shit because I made a Rattel show episode
Huh?
about Injustice 2, and I said that the game was great,
oh yeah, no.
and you've been shitting on me for that for so long.
I give you shit for anything you do, Ratel. Let's be real. But anyways, all I'm doing in life now is like I'm working, I'm having a good time, playing a lot of games. But the hardest thing I need to find right now is balance between work, because I'm doing 2 channels. I'm doing another channel called Film Fury on the side.
Right.
So I'm essentially like doing like 2 work shifts. Like Marvel Infinite, I didn't get to play until like yesterday for the first time. Yesterday, 2 days ago, for the first time. But trying to find balance, because I really, you know, I see other channels and I see Max, what Max is doing with his
Right,
channel.
Max
He
Moon.
does great stuff, and I see like I'm just like, man, like this would be really fun to do. You know, if I just really. Maybe I need to stay away from this whole esports commentary world because I'm kind of losing a little bit of my passion for it. You know, like the money is good, and that's why you see so many people keep doing it. There's a lot of people out there that I won't name drop that are just doing it because the money's good.
You're the best.
Can you tell me later on?
Yeah, no, for sure.
So that's it. You go to Evil once, and that's it.
We'll see. You know, if I like Marvel Infinite, I'm gonna go to Canada Cup for sure.
Yeah, I was about to say, well, you're doing Canada Cup next
Yeah,
month, right?
I'll do Canada Cup. Yeah, I saw Chris Seglia at PAX tournament, which is great. He's told me to book my stuff now. So I will go to Canada because I fucking love Canada Cup. This has a whole vibe to it. And this year there's like a 24-hour ballroom and all this shit.
Sick.
But
I'm tempted to go. I'm
dude,
very tempted to
you
go.
can room with me, dog. I got you. Ratel.
It's just
all you need
your-
to pay for is your freaking flight. And
Yeah,
it's
but a
just
flight
expensive.
to Toronto from Vancouver is like $700.
Yeah, it's expensive.
It's
Yeah.
fucking stupid.
It's stupid.
It's cross country. It's like the same.
Coast to coast.
Yeah.
How many hours? Like 5-6 hours.
No,
It's
not that.
it's like a 5.5 hour flight.
Yeah.
I've done it before. I've done the Toronto Vancouver flight.
Yeah, I've been doing it for 3 years in a row now. I think it's been in Toronto, or 2 years in a row. I think 2 years in a row it's been Toronto. But
You know, Toasty's gonna be there.
yeah, that's right. That's where I see Toasty every year. But yeah, it's awesome. It's great to be in Toronto. But yeah, anyways, that's been my life. Ratel, talk to me, baby. Let me know what the hell you've been doing with Pubecon, and you've changed your
Okay,
name.
so what happened?
Cubicon,
Let's start
man.
with that. I mean, the public cocoon, that's legendary. There's so much backstory to it. And suddenly, the Ratel factor, I mean, there's lots of story there, too. But, I guess maybe more than the public
That's
cocoon.
probably more
I
story.
don't know if there's that much story with the public.
Plugging in this. You didn't watch this video about how I changed it to a Ratel factor.
Yeah, you didn't change my fucking. You didn't watch my video.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
I watched your video. There's viewers out there who probably didn't, so let's hear it.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Good save. Good save.
I mean, honestly, I like what we've done for what we've been up to for the past few years. I'm probably the least interesting. It's been working, and then obviously we did the big rebranding of the channel. This is my second big rebranding. We went from was it Rebel NerdNet
Oh my goodness,
to
it
Public
was-
Cocoon
I forgot about Rebel Nerd. Yeah.
to and now Ratel Factor. I think Ratel
Yeah.
Factor kind of it's I think it's more fitting to like the direction that the channel's going. It's more a bit more fighting game oriented, and I wanted something with my name in it.
Yeah, we deserve it. You deserve
I'm a
it.
fan. I'm a fan of that
Ratel
too.
nerd.
Yeah, man, you can't
Public
call
Cocoon
yourself
is hilarious,
interesting, dog.
and it's a good like It was really hilarious.
really
there.
funny
But
at
it's
the time.
maybe a little bit too much of an inside joke between
Yeah, exactly.
the top tier crew. But yeah, Rattel Factor is a good name. But one thing that I want to say about you, so you don't have much to talk about. Let me
Oh no.
fire some shots at
Oh,
Rattel.
here we go.
No, but for real, was that, Rattel, whatever you guys say about him, you've always found the perfect balance between your work life and your game life and your streaming and doing, I was really happy to see you start doing the Rattel show. So youtube.com/Rattel Factor. I got you, dog. You can PayPal me. You can PayPal me my money later.
You're on my Google AdSense earnings.
Yeah, you started to do the Rattel show, which I really liked because it was more of you on camera, in front of the camera more, which is something I need to do with my channel more of just kind of, straight, talking to the viewership because YouTube's all about the intimacy, right? It's about consistency and the intimate kind of structure. And one thing you did, you never quit after, the top tier crew and all that
Right.
stuff. You kind of just kept doing content. And I think, there's some talks that we're going to get into later of maybe you think you want to slow down on YouTube or in content creation, but I want to see you go full force with the YouTube grind. Because the thing with streaming right now is that there's so many people, it's so hard to get an audience through streaming. It's the hardest thing to possibly do. Like, I can't do it at all. Like, I would not be able to just reach out to more people.
It's hard.
Yeah, YouTube's a little bit better of kind of gaining an audience. And this is all to all you content creators out there. And then eventually when you have a little bit of an audience, whether it's 50 people, 100 people, then you can kind of bring them over to your Twitch stream and then kind of do Twitch streaming. And I think the Rattel show was like a really good...
No, we're not done with the Rattel show.
Yeah,
either.
I think you need to keep going and just talking about
I need
things.
to. I'm figuring things out.
Yeah.
So you kind of touched on something there for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I was for the past little bit I've been thinking about it for a long time. I like to create content. Obviously, my YouTube channel been at it for over 5 years now. Because I had a YouTube channel before Top Tier even started, so it's been almost 6 years. And I am going to be moving away from doing the Let's Plays.
Yeah.
And all those, just the game streams. Probably gonna back off of Twitch for a little bit, because I want to do more produced content, stuff like the Rattel show.
That's good.
Stuff that actually requires a little bit of effort, because I think.
What are these guys laughing at?
You guys go fuck yourself.
This guy, he went there, man.
What did he say?
So Billy's like, oh, should I just put the dog down? And he's like, yeah, whatever you want. Just don't eat him.
This is why we would have been banned.
I'm playing. I was like, dog, you went there, man.
Yo,
So
well, no,
unnecessary,
man.
dude. It's so unnecessary. It's just Billy, dog. How you gonna rip on Billy like that, man?
I love Billy, man.
It's true. I'm okay with that with
I
Ben.
love Billy.
Let's get back to Rattel here, guys. Let's get back to you guys are taking away Rattel's moment to shine here.
No, okay, yeah.
For Rattel, it was getting good.
My train of thought is totally just
So you
derailed.
want to create more produced
Yeah.
content because
Yeah.
I know
Yes.
one of
You're
Rattel's
steering
most
away.
successful videos on his channel was the Pokemon.
I was just about to
Yeah.
say. So like, 2017, I made it a point. I'm going to go hard. I'm going to that's why I started the Rattel show. I at the beginning of the year we did a big huge Resident Evil event for Resident Evil 7 that came out, which was awesome. We played through 3 or 4 Resident Evil games in a week, and it was just insane.
Yeah.
And and I did a ton of stuff. We did the hey doggo.
He's so
We did the
attention
Gang
hungry.
Beast stuff. Me and Lou did a lot of playthroughs, and I was like, okay, 2017, we're gonna go hard, and we're gonna see how it goes.
Yeah.
And it's so frustrating when you put so much effort and so much time that goes into these Let's Plays. And then my biggest video for 2017 was my my Pokemon Theory video I did back in 2016. I was like, God damn.
The hard thing is too, man. I'm in that phase. I do Let's Plays. I have fun with them. Don't get me wrong. But when I upload it, and I don't feel like I didn't put as much work as I should have into the video.
Right.
I still edited and put my face cam and all that stuff into it. And that's nothing though, right? But then sometimes you make a video that's well produced, whether it's a guide or something like that, or you talk about something and you you feel so much better about it too.
Sure.
And that's kind of a good direction to go, because think about it, like how many people are there on YouTube that just do Let's Plays, right? That's what Twitch is too, right? There's a bunch of people out there who just record everything that they do,
man.
and it's hard to stand out.
And Twitch is probably rough. I'm really dialing back on Twitch.
Yeah.
Because like in order to be a big Twitch streamer, you need to be on like 10 hours a day every day.
Yeah. That's true. You can't be
It's
streaming for like 2
insane.
hours and call
You
it a
can't.
day.
You
Unless you
can't.
have boobs.
Like, oh, this is true.
There you go.
Like if you want to stream like 3 times a week for 3-4 hours,
Santa.
forget about it. You're never gonna grow on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I love streaming for just MK Toasty wins every night,
That's good.
Toasty's a homie, man.
Toasty's a homie.
You know what you need to do, Ratel? Well, even if you stream your games, take that footage that you streamed and then make a video on that. Whether it's talking about your experience with the game or talking
Sure.
about your thing. Like I've been thinking about doing that's why when we did the raid, or half or quarter of the raid, not even quarter of the raid that day, I recorded it, and I recorded like my first trials run in Destiny, because I wanted to, maybe if I make a video on it, you can have a video on like your first experiences
you're
with
right.
certain things, and then kind of tell about what made it special to you, right? Because I think that's what people on YouTube want to see. It's always a relationship with the person, not always the game, right? So I think that you've got all the tools to do that, and I think you need to take your love for horror games and your love for your Pokemon and stealing fucking shiny Slowpokes
No,
and
there's
shit
one
like that.
time, dude.
Stuff.
And I turn that into produced stuff. Even if you do once a week, dude, you should do once a week,
For sure.
and then
Cool.
be good.
And obviously, no, I don't have all of my eggs in one basket. YouTube is just one thing I do.
It is.
Right?
Never forget, dude. It's not about
Yeah.
your theme. It's about you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's about you. People want to see what the hell you're doing in your life.
Taco, come.
And speaking of doing in your life,
Lou, let's
Mr.
move on to you, man.
Mr.
doing?
Tixon, man, tell us about you,
Let's
dog.
hear it. Let's
What
hear
are
it.
you doing, man?
You've been doing some big things, dog. I want to hear this.
Our in-house celebrity.
We're not talking about your dick, man. Tell us about your big
Not
things.
yet,
dick
not
is
yet,
long.
not yet. That's Billy, dog. That's
Liv,
Billy.
man, you've been having some success, man. Talk to us.
This summer, yeah, I guess this summer was really good.
last time.
What?
Remember you showed me that swollen thumb?
Ew, what?
Oh, fuck, dude. No.
It's just my thumb, dog.
Yeah, dude.
It's my thumb.
It's pretty swollen.
It's pretty swollen. It's
I'm
pretty
just gonna
swollen.
Bill, you want more
Enough of
beer?
the inside jokes.
Yeah.
more beer?
I just been on that acting grind, you guys. It's just
Dude, you've been killing it, dog.
killing it, man.
Lou's been going. He's doing some.
Okay. Come on, take on.
Okay, check
lay it
it
on
out.
us.
Yeah.
Lay it on us.
I don't know. Okay,
How's
so,
details, dog?
I did a few commercials. That's cool. And then this summer in particular has been really good
Yeah.
in terms of I did a play called Soul Samurai. And we'd been working on that since like before the summer, and we just finished doing it, and it was pretty successful.
It was really successful. Nobody was able to get tickets.
Did any of you guys see Soul Samurai?
Yeah, of course,
I
dude.
think you two did. Billy,
Just
did
me
you
and
see it?
Billy? Me and Ben?
Billy was out of town.
I was out of town. I never missed one show.
No excuses. I support my friends.
How many shows have you been?
I was
Yo,
there.
when Boris is leaving the house.
All of them?
there.
Okay, hold on. Okay. More importantly, let's hear about this. All right.
So I did that show. That show was dope as hell. Hopefully we'll get to remount it soon, and then so you guys can see it. Because we sold out like
You guys sold out fast, dude.
we
As
sold
soon as
out-
my brother was
yeah.
leaving the house, because I know Boris did some music with it that you guys both worked on.
Yeah.
And he was just like, "Yeah, I'm not sure if we're gonna get tickets because we didn't buy them in advance."
And I was I told Boris too. I told him from the start, like, Boris,
felt bad about
buy
it. He
your
felt bad
tickets.
about it.
Buy your tickets. I told him every day, if you're gonna come to more, buy a ticket.
out though, man.
You guys missed out too.
I know, I know.
You gave like a month notice to actually buy a ticket. Didn't you?
This dog is amazing.
You
I
actually
love
told us
this
like,
dog.
yo, buy your tickets early.
Yeah, I did. I did
You
tell
said
him
that.
when
You
to buy
said
the
that
tickets.
shit.
But dude, like that's so successful and so good to hear. Like the tickets, like I think every showing was like sold out.
Yeah,
That's
we got
insane.
we got really great reviews from like local newspapers and shit, and like just blogs in general. Like we got really good reviews. So like it just like after the first two shows, like every other show sold out so fast.
And,
That's
and like
awesome.
legit, I was there. I had no idea what the plot was about. I went in blind. Dude, I was really blown away. It was actually a fucking fantastic play.
Good.
And I've been to a few like fringe festival plays, usually yours, but this is this is definitely like I cut above the
This
rest.
was definitely
This
like a
was
very
really,
like
really good.
ambitious show in general for the Fringe. Like Fringe was usually like small, like indie produced, like just like really small shows. But this one we like went like
Yeah.
all out. It was like a multimedia
hard, man.
show. We had like film, stage, and like animation, and like we just like went all out.
And to bring things full circle, I don't know, a lot of some of the people who follow my channel, they might remember a little show called Black Non-Black. And to bring things full
Had a
circle,
solid 3 episodes.
my boy Jarrell was in this play as well.
Yeah.
So I was like, what? Fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we also, I had
Not a small
Benji
part,
here.
too. Not a small part.
Oh yeah, I was like, I called because we needed a big black guy, and I was like, how many big
We
black
only
guys
know-
are?
we only
Because like
know one.
everyone else on the show, they were like from out of town, so like they didn't know anybody, and so they're like, hey, Lou, do you know any like people to do the show? Well, they said people first in general, but I was like, I do know like a big black guy who we can get for this big black guy part, and then I do know a costumer, which is this guy right here, who I also got on board too. He's part of the show too, but we'll get to that when it's Ben's turn. But so I called my friend Jarrell, who you guys know Jarrell. And I was like, hey man, we need like a big black dude. Can you? Because he's an actor too. So I was like, do you want to do this play? And he was like, hell yeah. And I was like, hell yeah. Tight. And so we did it, and it was a very successful run.
Have you guys ever seen the food eating competition that the Jarrell
Yeah.
did you watch that?
I did watch it. You showed it to me.
You guys show me the show.
Dude, you guys will die. Dude. Pretty much for my school, one of my school projects. At the end, we have to do a live show, and we were doing our like short at the time. We put everything into that short. And we did good. We won like awards and stuff for that short, but we really didn't give a fuck about the live event. So we're just gonna do a food eating competition and just have like just be stupid. So like I commentated it with a friend of mine, and freaking Jarrell and his brother
Right? Yeah.
went against each other, and man, I gotta like put that on my channel with like live commentary or something like that, because that video is way too good.
Yeah,
It's way too funny.
I haven't seen this. Why haven't I seen this?
It's so good.
But yeah, Lou, you know what? Overall, dude, we've been like Boris and I, my brother who's been on this podcast, dude, we talk about you a lot. You know, we always talk about how freaking talented you are. Just like your biggest weakness sometimes is that you don't believe in yourself. You know.
See, here's the hold the fun there. I don't know where Boris picked this shit up.
Because
Like, what the fuck do you mean I don't believe in myself? Do you think I'd be doing this if I didn't believe in myself?
because you're so fucking talented. That's why.
I just there's a difference between not believing in yourself and being humble, right? I like to keep it humble.
Yeah, but it's just like it's
But-
good. I'm glad to see you, because compared to like 3 or 4 years ago, you're doing so many more shorts. You know, so many. You're in
that
so
was
many
just
more.
me-
Like even like. It's glad that you're getting yourself out there, whether it be a freaking, I don't care, student project or someone just doing a short film on their time. Dude, even if whatever you do, whether it sucks overall, there might be one scene that you do that's just gonna help your demo reel or something like that, right? And I've totally been seeing that from your posts on your Facebook and, you know, some of the plays and stuff you've had. It's like now you've got all this like demo reel, you know,
Material.
which is like the number one thing you need, right? Anyone like
Yeah.
that's the first thing people are probably gonna ask you, right?
Hi, doggy.
Yeah.
No,
But dude, no, but you've been killing it. I mean, all the all the performances you've done, I've really enjoyed. I mean, like they've been well written. I love them all. I really have. And your performances, I mean, ever since high school, man. I remember there was one performance. There was just you, and you were just like, I can't remember what it was, but you were just doing like someone who was like addicted to drugs.
Yeah.
And I remember like it just
remember that.
broke my heart, like just seeing that, like it was so well done, and just like seeing you, just like seeing like it like tore me
Yeah.
apart. But again, all these shows you've been doing have been phenomenal. I
Yeah.
mean, I hope you get into. Well, I'm sure you'll bring up that MAMM, whatever it's
Yeah,
called.
just 2 weeks ago, I went, what was it called? MAM?
ma'am.
Yeah.
Is that
The Mighty Asian Movie Making Marathon.
Oh.
That's right.
Oh,
Well,
It was
I-
for,
did you guys? Did any of you guys go to that one?
I was there, dude. This guy said, I asked him like, yo, is there tickets? And he's like, oh, it's like, I don't know, I'm not there yet. Are there tickets? I'm just
I was
like,
unreal because I was worried because we weren't able to buy our tickets ahead of time, so we had to buy them at the door. But I'm just saying, I go to everything. I support you, dog.
Were any of you there?
support
I
you.
saved this guy's seats.
Yeah,
Got you.
man. Winning a Best Actor Asian Award in Vancouver
And not only
is the hardest thing you could possibly do in Vancouver,
Not
alright?
only did
We
Lou
got
have
a lot of damn Asians here, alright? And I'm keeping it 100% real.
so Luke had a film that filmed at the Asian Film Festival here in Vancouver, but you also won Best Actor. Tell us about it.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go. We got a picture right here. We got a picture for all of you.
No, they're not
Yeah, they
gonna
can't
be
just
able
see
to
that shit, dog.
Yeah.
This is-
You zoom
That
that in. You zoom
This
that
is
in.
the most ghetto ass shit I've ever seen.
Oh my god, this is the Mexican phone. The Mexican phone, dog.
Come on.
top
Okay,
tier
whatever.
production
Whatever.
Production
Tell
value.
us.
So yeah, I also did 2 shorts this summer that were playing at this festival, and one of them won best short, and then for that same short, I got best performance, best overall performance.
Yeah,
which was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
I think in the last 2 years, you found a really good balance between like your work life and
You know,
to
what it
push
is,
the
honestly,
acting.
it's just like before I just wasn't as driven. I was just kind of lazy, and I just like needed to grow as a man, you know.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it wasn't until like maybe like last year, I guess, and I was just like, man, I just need to get my shit going. And I saw a life coach, and she like really helped me get my life into perspective and like, you know, get my shit together.
Yeah.
And like after that, it was just like from then on, it was just like go. And then this is just a result of that hard work. So, you know, like it just goes to show you guys, like whatever you want to do, just put the work in, and there's no way shit's not gonna happen. Like I fully believe that if you put that, like the amount of work and you stay persistent and patient, like there's no way nothing's gonna happen.
Man, I'm telling you, like being at my school and people doing like these shorts and these school projects, right? We have all these actors come in, and we actually have like a whole rehearsal process where we take them into a room and we choose our actors. But I can't tell you how many times I've heard of stories of when people had someone for their school project, and you know, school projects sound like a joke because, you know, it's probably not going to turn out amazing. But from that, you know, someone saw them, and then because of that school short, they ended up in a commercial, or they ended up in like another, you know, film that had a budget.
Yeah.
And they ended up getting paid for those gigs. But especially with commercials and stuff like that, just getting yourself out there, is like the most important thing. Just being there in person. I learned that too from doing commentary and stuff in the FGC. Is like nobody really gives a shit about you until they like meet you in person, and then you kind of make that impression.
Whoa.
Hey, be nice, Kat.
But like also like
I'm
even to
scared.
further the whole point with working with these kind of people, it's like you never know like who's gonna be like the next fucking Spielberg.
Oh, of
or, you
course.
know, like
Yeah,
it could be
yeah.
like this guy you're doing like a student
Yeah.
film with. Like, you never know who you're gonna meet, so it's always just like, you know,
Scared
anyone you
me.
do anything with, you gotta just be cool. You know,
Go away.
like, work hard and just,
Exactly.
Shoo.
be a good
good,
person. You just never know, right?
It's good, the right mindset, dude. We've been proud of you, dog. We've been watching you. What's your Instagram, Lou?
At EL Tixon, so at L Tixon.
Guys, follow that.
Big
boys.
things are coming, man. Big things are
We're
coming.
working. Yeah, we're working. We're putting
It's
the
one of
work
those
in.
things, man. It's like acting is not the line of work where, you know, you can just sit back on your laurels, man. You got to be a go-getter. You'll give every role your all. You know, there's no small parts. Right?
And it sounds harsh, dude, but there's so many actors out there who make it when they're in their mid 30s, mid 40s. You know,
sure,
like it's
for
just
sure,
it's
yeah.
just kind of like a, you know, it's a chance.
For sure. Let's just stay in patient.
Toasty.
Yeah.
I will never lose passion in talking shit to Rattel.
All right, Benjamin, puta mierda.
First, actually, I just
My
wanted
God.
to give the audience a heads up. We are taking, we're going to do an email segment at the end of the show. So send in your questions to Rattel Factor. That's RETEL Factor. It's the channel name you're watching right now.
How do you spell factor, dude?
FACTOR. Why did I do it? So RattelFactor@gmail.com, and we'll be taking some email questions. I know some have already come in, but we're gonna go through them at the end of the show. Ben.
This dog.
Dang. Okay. So when was? Okay. Well.
One second. Sorry,
I mean, I think
Just
everyone
give us
knows.
the
I
big
think
news. Give us the big
well, no. I think everyone already knows that I got married back in 2015. Okay, here. So I'll give you a good story here. So 2015, I get married to Damien. She's awesome, and she's from the States. Immigration sucks. So the first 10 months of our marriage, we actually lived in different countries because, again, immigration sucks. But everything's cool. She's legal, and that was a big joke that the white chick couldn't get across the border while the Hispanic guy was like good to jump between borders. So
That's the
that
reason
was.
why she's married to him.
Yeah.
She's used to that, man. She's ready for it.
So again, so things are great with her, and again, she's got her permanent residence, which is the green card. She's got it, so we're good now. And
Damn, man, you gotta really solidify that.
I know there's audiences from all over the place, from not just from
course,
Canada.
of
So I was working in security for the longest time, which was a drag. It was really weighing down on me, and I mean it was good because it always provided the flexibility and the money I needed.
Okay,
But it
let's. I don't want to interrupt you, but let's go a little bit before that because during the Top Tier podcast, you were going to school for something.
I'm pretty sure I graduated way after.
Really?
Yeah, because I
Really?
graduated back in like
Yeah, it was
2014 or so.
Oh, was it
It was
right
after,
after? Okay.
yeah.
Well, I mean, weren't you going to school during it at a certain time? There was, I thought.
maybe
During
or
your-
maybe
Yeah, that's what
2013.
that's what I mean. That's what I'm trying
That's
to
why
get
I
to.
bought you the sketchbook
Yeah.
and the.
Yeah. Okay. So you were,
That's right.
but
The
you
Christmas
know,
episodes.
for
were
anyone who
best.
doesn't know, you would come from school. You were at school for like 12 hours a day for some reason.
Okay, so it's an alright place to start because I mean to go along with what Lou said, just that like if you put in the work and just with luck and hard work,
Yeah.
anything can happen. And so in school, the program I was in, as you know, I was doing costumes. I used to cosplay and whatnot. So yeah, there's 2 years in that program, 20 students, but only 15 make the cut, and then 5 of them get booted. So I didn't make the cut, so I didn't make it to second year, which I was okay with. I felt everything I needed I got from first year. I felt confident in the skill, and I knew what I wanted. I wanted to work on set as a costumer, essentially working with the actors, helping keep continuity, that sort of thing. And you may or may not know, Vancouver is huge for film business. It's like huge here.
Hollywood North.
Like and so when I was there, when I was in school, I found out, I found the reality of this, and among that there's some shows done here like Arrow, and anyone who knows the show long enough, this show knows that I love DC Comics. So that was like the big dream. I was like, oh man, I would love to be on Arrow, to be on a show like this, maybe like many years down the road. So fast forward to this year again, I'm just like kind of fed up with my security job, and I'm contemplating even doing PA work just to get my foot in the door. Not that there's anything wrong with PA work, but just like bottom of the totem pole.
It is, yeah.
But again, you're getting your foot in the door. So
Yeah, start somewhere, man.
Decent money too, if you're just like any kind of job.
It's just you have to give up your life is the problem.
sure.
It's one of
It's
those
long
things
hours.
where it's like I'm
Definitely
gonna
long
do
hours.
it and I'm not gonna see my family for the whole day, right?
And so I was contemplating it, and Luke, he tells me about this show, Soul Samurai. He's like, hey, we're looking for a costume designer. And again, I thought to myself, I was like, Damien, again, at that time, Damien was finally in the country. We were nice and settled. And I was like, you know what? I need to be working on, my skill. I need to start making connections and putting myself out there. And I just had a good feeling that the good things are going to happen. And so I was like, yeah, I'm all for it. And, I read the script and I was like, all right, cool. Like, it just, when I read it, to me, it felt like one of the 90s beat 'em up games is what it felt like.
Yeah,
And
totally.
because the show, like Lou didn't mention it, but the show is, a lot of it is fighting, like legit fighting, and that's why it was so good, because the girls like who choreographed it are just insane, but the vision that she had as well to put everything together, like you can't give it justice. Like no one can with words. You have to see it, because again, the fighting was insane. Like, I don't know if you still have bruises from all that training, but they beat themselves up doing it. There was an animated portion. What else? There was film. There was like a bit of dancing. Like it was just so incredible. Again, I hope it blows up, because you guys deserve it. You really do. And so I got to design the costumes for it, and halfway through that, I got talking to. Well, so I landed a gig working with DC Legends of Tomorrow. So that's what I'm doing now. And again, and the way I got it was actually, Damien and I went out to read in our backyard, and our neighbor starts talking to me, and turns out him and his wife work on film. And so all he did was he talked to the set supervisor of the costume department, and just word of mouth, I scored a day call. So I worked a day on set October of last year, and it was just dream come true, like legit dream come true. They asked me to work the following Friday, but I couldn't because I was still having immigration issues with Damien, so I couldn't work it. So like
a true Mexican.
So
Just another day.
So fast forward to about like June of this year. Again, Spencer, my neighbor, he talks to Barry again, and he's like, yeah, I need someone. And so, that first week I worked 2 days. 2 days turned into 3 days the next week, and then next thing I noticed, they're asking me to work for the rest of the season. And now I have a legit permanent spot. They opened up a spot for me to work as well, a position for me to work, because I was kind of hopping around at first in the department. And working DC Legends of Tomorrow, which legit is like my first job in the industry.
That's
and it was my
insane,
dream job. It legit was my dream job. And again, just what Lou said, like, don't give up on your dreams. Like, it was luck, like 100% blessed, because my neighbor decided to start talking to me. We have conversation. He drops a name, and then I scored his job. But of course, I prepared for it. I was way prepared. So I loved what I did in school as well. So being on set, it was obviously I learned a lot, but the fundamentals I already had in my tool sets.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Fundamentals.
Fundamentals.
Someone bought Street Fighter Cross Tekken
Yeah.
out here.
Yeah, go back to your school and be like, yo, you didn't let me through, and now look at me now, dog.
And so
I got
again,
them fundamentals.
and I'm loving that, man. I'm loving it. Again, I was telling these guys, I mean, hard to see them because my days are on average 14-hour days. Sometimes they go longer. But I'm loving what I'm doing. The department I'm with, costumes they're all awesome. The crew are great. Like, I'm legit living the dream right now.
Making
Like
that
my dream
DC
job.
money.
Making that DC money.
He just bought himself a car the other day. I bought a new car, dude.
Fucking Bezos rolling it.
hold on.
Oh, you got a picture of
He
this?
got me a Mazda.
We out of here, son. We out of here. We made it. We out of here, man. We out of here.
We was gonna start from the bottom. Now we all want another song.
We got a Mazda, baby. We out of here. We out of here.
And
Is that a new meme now? You got the Mazda.
we got a Mazda. We made it.
No, Mazdas are
We
sick
made
cars,
it,
man.
man. We out of
What
here.
kind of Mazda do you have? I'm curious.
Mazda 3,
Oh, sick.
2015.
That's
Yeah, it's a
awesome.
nice ride. I love
car, man.
it. Okay, yo,
Did you buy it brand new?
Hey! Cat, can you time out?
Whoa.
Yo,
Fellas. Fellas.
World Star, World
Not
Star.
okay.
Break it up. No, you gotta put it on the stream. You gotta put it on the stream. You can't spray more.
Yeah, chasing after him now.
Say,
Hey!
yeah.
Ratel is on pet duty right now.
Hey, get
guys.
your shit out of control, dog. We're trying to put a podcast on here. What are you doing? This is the most unprofessional. You gonna have animals running around or tell? Come on, man.
Gotta get the.
How you gonna get that viewership like this?
Gotta get that Pete up in here, man.
You got them dank ass lights
Turn
over
on the
there.
light at least, man. Don't let it be. No.
He's in timeout.
So
on, babe,
yeah,
turn up.
that's the short of it. There's a lot more, but yeah, like
Good,
life's
man. We're proud of
good.
you,
So
dude.
so just keep dreaming, like legit. Everyone out there, just dream big, work towards it, and that's why no doubt. Like I know Lou's gonna. Next thing you know, this guys, he's not gonna do these
Yeah.
low quality
He's
podcasts.
He's gonna be telling you. To hurry up with a wardrobe, dog.
Never.
That's awesome. That's great. Man.
Yoga's about to take a fat shit in there. It's okay. His litter box is in there.
He's just shitting you a seat, though. He's like, you better time out me, time out this, son.
Yeah, it's gonna blow up. No, and I know for Ratel, it's gonna blow up for you too. Just you guys wait. Just you wait.
Just wait. We all headed places.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ratel.
You about to get that cartoon job. You about to get some more Lucas money.
He's gonna be pulling up in a Tesla.
The Lucas.
He's got a car. Money. I mean, what?
Shit. That's what I'm gonna call it. Lucas money.
That
Damn.
Ratasha gonna take off, man. He's gonna take off.
That's it.
You're gonna be a rabbi soon, dude.
That's the dream.
He's gonna upgrade to Warner Bros, man.
But I'm already,
Warner Bros.
I'm already, man. This is they
Yeah, but like Warner
Are you
Bros.
okay?
Is like film.
What the fuck just happened?
Oh fuck, dude.
What the fuck just happened? You spilling all over yourself?
Wait,
What the fuck just happened? Dude.
I said you're gonna be a rabbi. I was like, that's the dream, dude.
So he peed himself, man. He laughed himself. He peed himself.
Holy shit, dude. I spilled some all over my pants.
All right, Billy, lay it on us, Billy.
Holy
Billy's making money. He's got himself a house.
Nah, man.
Billy has a house. He renovated.
Billy's getting married, dog.
He married. Yeah, he renovated.
true.
He renovated his house.
Well, no, I just got another job in another corporate company. That's pretty much it. Boring.
Really, man.
CEO.
Office.
Billy hooks me up with that insurance money, man. Billy's on my car insurance.
That's my
man.
part-time
That's
job.
the first person I go to is Billy on car
Dude,
insurance.
that's his side
That's
gig.
his side gig,
Holy
man.
shit.
Making sure I go to my
Now
boy
we can
Billy
see
so
you.
he gets a cut of that insurance, man.
Yeah, it's not that much
I know,
though. It's that's my side job. I still do
glad
it.
though,
It's
man.
okay money. Like it's fine. You pay some bills.
My boy.
Kind of like
my
corporate
boy.
job. Boring. I don't play how many games anymore for CS and PUBG.
PUBG.
Except for CS, PUBG, League of Legends,
League
and
of-
Dota.
I wish. But no, nothing much happened. My fiance now. I'm getting married.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Billy's engaged.
So I'm engaged. We're getting married next year. She finally moved in with me because I don't smell as much. I guess.
And you guys, for the record, just live next door.
Yeah. So. Yeah, well, we just renovated everything.
They
I know.
steal your Wi-Fi, Ratel.
I know
That's
they
how
probably
close
do.
you are.
It's like Jarrell back in the day.
Shut the Jarrell.
No, shout out to Jarrell, Black Non Black. Loose
He
Place,
stole
Soul
your
Seven.
Wi-Fi?
I would come.
You haven't heard this story?
I remember just one night I'd just be like, hey, I gotta go take out the garbage. Fuck, I go take out the garbage, walk over, and I see my boy Jarrell sitting on the bench outside my house. I was like, Jarrell, what's going on, man? He's on his laptop. I had to send an email real quick.
No.
That is the
This
most.
motherfucker was using my Wi-Fi. It's like, well, you don't got Wi-Fi in your house.
Holy shit, dude! That is some
This is
shit.
before Wi-Fi had passwords.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I remember.
Well, it's because he's been over to my house, so he had it in his history. But anyways, it's besides the
Yo,
point.
life with the courts ain't easy, man.
Yo, man,
Yo, just, your dad owned the courts.
He owned the courts, man.
dude.
Dan Rattel.
He owned the courts.
He gave me luck on that Mayweather.
That's true. He was there. He watched it with us.
He's like, you're gonna win this. Tap me on the shoulder.
Oh, Jarrell did?
No,
My
Papa
dad.
Rattel, man.
Yeah, okay, so
Okay.
you getting married?
So you're
When-
engaged.
When are you getting married?
June 30th of 2018.
I remember. I remember helping you out on the night you engaged.
Oh, that was the
Engaged proposed.
That was the.
It was a fun night, man. Were you nervous?
I was nervous as fuck, man. Let me tell you that right now.
So
It's like
Billy, how did you propose?
on top of the mountain.
Ooh.
On top of a mountain.
Really, man,
Yo, he
should've-
carried her.
I thought you were
all
gonna
the way to
drift
the
your
top.
car around her like Initial D and then come out.
Place to run in the 90s.
Just keep drifting while your hands outside the window.
Florida down the fucking Coquihalla, just like
She's standing in the middle.
Yeah, she's like trying to get the ring.
just standing in the. Billy's doing.
She's like, oh,
Billy, stop! Stop for a second.
Holy.
no. We need. I wish we had an animator to just draw that shit out. Billy out the window drifting.
Yo, we got sandals, man.
I don't
Sandals.
animate.
Jared, get your animation game on point, man. You gotta draw that for us and animate it.
Billy's proposal.
Hey, you just keep an eye contact.
Yeah, the whole way through.
He doesn't even ask. He doesn't even ask. He knows.
Somewhere on the highway of tears.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, dude. You gotta take it back.
Yeah, she took it dark real quick.
I know, holy fuck. Okay.
I love Billy.
So you proposed up on which
Grouse Mountain.
Grouse,
Yeah. So
okay.
I found a little like, I don't know, like little vista.
forest?
Vista.
Okay,
Vista.
Oh, shit.
Word
Now
Vista.
vistas.
So yeah, Grouse Mountain. If you guys don't know, it's like super packed, super touristy when it comes
Popular about him.
Yeah, especially when it comes to like winter when there's a lot of snowboarding and everything. So I we had dinner up there. It was actually our 10-year like dating anniversary.
Ooh, 10 years.
Wow.
There's that 10-year anniversary,
10
man.
year, man.
Good.
24-hour stream at your wedding?
Yo.
I mean, like nowadays you can stream anything, right? So Ratel
Stream
can
that
probably
shit off your phone, man.
strap Ratel.
Bro, we're all gonna get so wasted at your wedding.
That's gonna happen. Maybe not Ben. Ben will be like a chaperone though, so it's all good.
DD.
Yeah, that's good. No, it's respect right there, and you always need.
And then, but okay, so you're engaged. Congratulations. But most important, when is your bachelor
When's
party?
the bachelor party?
May 9th, 2018.
Okay, hold up. What are we doing?
Okay, we're gonna fly down to LA.
Go down to
Yes.
LA.
Oh, wait, first of all,
LA.
are we all going except for Colleen?
I'm not a dude. I don't have a dick.
We are absolutely all going except for Colleen.
Yeah, I was like, so the funny thing is,
She's missing a couple.
the funny thing is, I got this book and I got this planned in like 2 days. My wedding is not even like I don't even have that much planned for my wedding right now.
Forget about planning your wedding, man. Plan your bachelor party.
Master Daffy has all the
Exactly.
wedding
She'll do that
plans.
shit.
So hold up. So we're going to LA.
Yeah, and we're gonna cruise back to Vancouver.
Oh, wait. Where are we going from LA though?
We're going from LA. We're just going on a cruise.
We're going to San Diego, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to San Diego, but it's only like not 2 hours.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I don't know. There might be viewers in San Diego.
Yeah, you can say hi to us and everything.
Yeah, Jerry, you gotta meet
Jerry,
us for the day, right?
LA, man, take us to.
Jerry in San Diego? I thought it was.
No, he's in LA.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm gonna.
San Diego's far for like it's like a good drive from LA.
45 minutes.
Is it?
Well, where
Yeah,
are
I
you?
thought it was longer than that.
We went to San Diego.
Yeah, San Diego's like.
Did
Well,
I go to San Diego?
You went with me. We were on the cruise like 2 years ago.
But San Diego, San Diego,
You're right.
LA and San Diego is I think like a 3 or 4 hour drive.
We just talked about this. This is literally what we're talking about.
No. We're not going to San Diego. We're going to it's just a port and like, where was it?
So we're not going to San
We're
Diego.
not going to San Diego. We're not going that far.
Okay.
No. We're still in LA.
Isn't the best man supposed to plan your bachelor party?
Well, yes,
He
but
is his best man though.
I'm my own best man.
Damn.
The thing
Billy
is,
knows no better men.
Than himself.
that's true. But the thing is, with I didn't want to really choose a best man because I got a lot of guys I feel like are best
Yeah,
men.
Lou's not the best man. I'm the best man.
If you're gonna go hierarchy wise, Lou will rank on top of Rattel for sure. But Rattel is up there too. Honestly, if I put Rattel up there in the best man, I would not be disappointed. Everyone that's going to my bachelor
You just
Get
took your
wrecked.
soul away
can
from
be a best
Damn,
man.
man. And this guy pays rent. He pays rent to him.
Your soul is mine.
No, but honestly,
Lou's up here, you're down here.
honestly, if I pick Rattel as the best man, I would not be disappointed. It'll work as well.
No, I don't want to be your best man. That's too much work.
It's a lot of work though.
Exactly.
So I did
Be
all
your
the work
best man.
myself.
Make your booty the best.
No,
man.
Billy's
There
the
you
best
go.
man.
But he's the best man.
Billy is
though.
the best
He
man.
is
There's no
best
better
man.
man.
Put the ring between your booty, though.
Oh my god. Bear, what the
That's how he
fuck?
proposed.
No, man. No, that shit.
Yo, he been getting real fit too. How much weight did you
Yeah,
lose?
no, Billy.
I didn't
tell
lose
us.
any weight though.
Oh.
How much muscle did you gain?
I don't know, like I went okay. So the past 3 years, working in corporate gets you really fucking fat. I'm gonna tell you that straight up. All you're doing is sitting on your ass the whole day.
Everyone does.
Terrible.
Hell yeah,
Terrible,
dude. That's what I do.
Terrible.
Terrible. It's terrible. If you actually if you go back like a year ago, not even a year, like 6, 7, 8 months ago for the 24-hour podcast, I was a little chubby there too. I felt a little chubby. Got belly and shit. So I just been grinding the gym quite a bit. Although I'm not that much bigger or anything, it's just I just got back into shape so I can look good in a suit.
The only one twerking at your
he's
bachelor party
solid
is you,
though.
Bill.
Billy's solid though. I mean, he's
Yeah, I've been, man. Right now I'm like minimum at least 50 pull-ups a day. I have to do it, or
Wow.
I have to. I don't like obviously not in a row because
What
I'm
are
not super
what
bad.
are
at
your
squats.
glute exercises, dog?
Dude, I just squats.
It's natural,
Squats,
dog.
squats.
It's natural.
You don't have to work it out.
Like, other than that, no, it's pretty much it.
He's cracking nuts in his ass cheeks, dude. Nutcracker.
Yeah, also this happened too, like over the
Yeah.
past few years.
Yeah.
I know.
This happened. He's looking like a skinny Aris, dude.
Isn't it insane? Because I remember on one of the podcasts, he had like a shaved head.
Oh yeah.
And it was just like the insane contrast now. You got like shoulder length hair.
Yeah, I actually got a trim a couple
It's
months
longer
ago.
too, cause like it's wavy and you straighten
yeah.
that. You straighten your hair.
You're going down to your ass.
Yo, wait a second, Christella, if you're watching, you're supposed to straighten my hair.
Oh.
Today, tonight,
24 hours stream.
Tonight.
Ben gets his hair
There you
straight.
go, 24
Wait,
hours.
are we
there
doing the
go.
24-hour stream this year?
Yeah, we always do. Every year we do it.
When is it? Let me know. I gotta book it
For
up.
the kids, dude. For the kids.
I got booked
For
up.
the
For the
chids,
chids.
man. For the chids.
For the
For the
chids.
chits. Even though we're dialing back on the Let's Plays or whatever, we still gotta do the stream for the kids.
Yeah.
Yo,
Absolutely.
hey, for the viewers, is there gonna be an after stream?
Tonight?
Yeah.
Yes, there's gonna be an after stream.
There you go. Stay tuned.
Also, yeah, I'm not into games as much anymore. Like I said,
That's fine.
huge into board games.
Have we talked about
Okay,
games at all tonight?
hold up. What's the last game everyone played? What's the last game you played?
Video
Or
game
still
wise?
playing? Or still playing? Yeah.
Video games?
PUBG.
PUBG was the last one. That was like 3 weeks ago.
PUBG's great though.
Yeah.
What's PUBG?
PUBG
Play on
now
Battlegrounds.
has
Oh,
the
right,
record for most concurrent players on Steam of all time.
Good.
It passed Dota 2. It's
Deserves it, man.
insane.
It's a great game.
You know,
It's
PUBG
fun.
makes me so salty because when I was like, I never played it yet, but when I was like,
Damn.
when I was 13 or 14, I've always thought, because Battle Royale was one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
And I always thought, I was like, why isn't there a video game where all you motherfuckers fly in, you have to gather your own resources, and it's like a survival?
They did that with
And
a
it-
few games.
Dude,
But I
that's
mean,
the
I
Hunger
think-
Games.
Dude, I-
Battle
I-
Royale.
yeah, but I'm
Battle
just-
Royale ripped off Hunger Games, dude. Big time.
Man, you're trying to piss me off.
Fuck out of here.
This guy why it's
No, I think it's always been hardware limitations.
Yeah.
I mean, I just
Because I mean, even PUBG's kind of runs like shit.
Oh, that's the beauty of the game. It's fucking janky as hell.
There was a game, but there was a game
It's a
before
lot
it.
better now.
It was H1Z1.
Yeah, H1Z1. Wasn't
was a
that the
mod.
first
That
one?
was more arcadey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
H1Z1 is a lot more arcadey. PUBG is a bit more sim,
Gotcha.
but it's.
Okay.
I don't know. I like PUBG's a bit more.
Yeah,
to be honest.
yeah, it's way
Yeah,
fun.
but I'm glad the game's a success, and now Fortnite's trying to steal what they're trying to do.
Yeah, they
And
got pissed
I think Fortnite might be really successful because of that one mode.
We got that crossplay too, right?
You got the crossplay, yeah.
And it's coming to console first.
Yo, we all gonna
It's
play that,
gonna be
right?
PUBG's.
Are we gonna play that? No.
Ben, you don't need PS
maybe.
Plus, dog.
We'll wait for Fortnite to go free to play, and then we'll play.
Well, yeah.
It is free to play right away.
Is it?
It's gonna be September 20th. It's gonna be free to play PUBG.
Alright, we're
pretty
playing.
much. It's pretty sweet, and you can create little forts and shit. There's no vehicles. It's just like-
Okay.
we're doing it.
Okay. You know what? I'm sorry to say, but just like Left 4 Dead, I would love to relive that at
Yeah,
least
those are
like
golden
one day.
days.
Which
man.
one?
The
Left 4 Dead.
days.
Back in the day when we used to like play that. It was,
360, man.
yeah, man.
Every single day, every time we play with Attack, it's so fucking salty because all he cares is to survive by himself.
Yeah, it doesn't give a fuck.
And I'm like,
But that's the fun. Left 4 Dead are games that are only as fun as the group that you play.
Well,
with.
exactly.
Oh, 100%.
Exactly.
That's,
That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
this game potential. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be as good, but I don't know. It might be good.
I
for
will
some
say though
laughs.
that games changed a lot since like 2011, 2013, right? Like there's a lot of formulas that worked back then.
Right,
Like I
yeah,
even think like
yeah.
a Left 4 Dead 3 I think will do well, but it won't.
It wouldn't be like Left 4 Dead 1 and 2.
Exactly.
It's not gonna. It's not gonna
have
hit.
What, there's a Left 4 Dead
Quite as
3?
much. No.
No, I'm
If
saying
there was.
Okay, yeah.
Because the landscape is so different.
Of
It's
course,
very
of
different.
course.
Yeah.
Ben, what's the last thing you played, man?
Witcher 3, you guys got me hooked on that.
Yeah,
Well, okay,
yeah.
so I finally bought a PS4 and Witcher 3 came of it,
You
but
finally entered 2017.
yeah, it's such a great game.
2014, dude.
I still don't have a PS4. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Although I did like body bear in NBA 2K17.
It's true. It's true. I
He's
can't even, I
got
can't even
that
deny
gaming
that shit, dog.
I don't even have a
PC Master
PS4.
Race.
Billy knew all the plays and shit. Of
I don't even have a PS4.
Shoot the tray, shoot it.
That was fun. That was fun.
That's good. I love that game, man.
It's a really good game.
I mean, I got no
suck.
time for Witcher 3, unfortunately, so I haven't beat it, but Hearthstone, I'm still playing Hearthstone whenever I get a minute. I'm on that. So if you guys, if anyone plays, yeah, I'll beat y'all.
I'm a beat.
When are you gonna go to the Hearthstone tournaments, man? We have some
That
tournaments. here.
Razakis, man, that Razakis.
I don't even know what the fuck you're
Fireside
talking about, dog.
gatherings,
That's-
man.
Yeah.
You're speaking Afghan to me right now. Actually,
I don't know what to say. Don't you understand Afghan?
Yeah, I know a little bit of Afghan, actually.
I seen your home videos.
Well, has he shown you some of them at our
Yeah,
place?
I've seen some of them. I've seen some of your home videos.
Yeah,
dude.
we have some good ones, man.
Bear as a child.
Yeah, fuck Boris as a child.
Boris.
It's so funny.
Taking a piss in the wind, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some good stuff in there.
Some gold.
Yo, Lou,
Blue, man.
what was the last thing you played?
What was
Last thing I played, I've been playing
Yeah.
is Divinity Original
right.
Sin 2.
Dude, that game is so good.
Holy shit, man! That
It's
game is
so
amazing.
fucking
Billy,
good.
you have to get this game because there's a game master mode. I'm gonna make a campaign for us.
Nice.
And we're gonna rock that shit. Man.
Why does it sound so familiar?
I've been
What is this game?
Well, Divinity Original Sin 1 was really popular. It came back in like 2015,
Yeah.
I want to say. It was a big
It's a
Kickstarter
big
success.
Kickstarter success.
Oh,
Yeah.
And then the company has just really improved on it. And Divinity Original Sin 2 has actually been in early access for quite
For a
some
while
time.
now, yeah.
But they actually just had the full release just last week, and I picked it up, and it's fucking awesome.
I'm gonna
Dude.
pick it up tonight.
It's fucking awesome.
Like,
It
I
is
love, like the first one I loved, and because it's so hard. Like it's one of those games that like, it
it's
doesn't hold
so
your head.
fucking hard.
You know,
man.
like you don't know where you're going or what you're gonna do next. But the thing is, like, there's so many possibilities. Like
Yeah.
you can go anywhere.
And the enemies will fuck you up.
They will fuck
dude.
you up,
They will
dude.
fuck you up. But you can get like, oh, okay, I just walk up and attack the guy. But you can get so creative with your like strategies, and
Your
it's a
spells.
turn-based RPG.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right. So the
beautiful.
the battles are turn-based. So you have to really think about it, really plan it, really kind of like consider all your options and like the environment especially. Because oh, dude, the battles are so deep. Because I got like a Fire Emblem background. You know, I love those kinds of games. So like turn-based shit and like having it really hard. It's right up my alley. It's so fucking good.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
so many good games out there right now,
Yeah.
man. It's so hard to like choose what you spend your time with. There's like almost too much good stuff out there.
It's true.
Well, this is basically it's like D&D. in a
It
video
basically
form.
is
It
D&D,
basically is.
yeah.
And like I can't wait to start. Like I'll make a campaign for us, and like it'll just like I'll DM that shit for us. And it's just like it's gonna be so fun. Just playing like D&D online.
Come Christmas, man. I get about 2 or 3 weeks off.
We'll do hell of it.
Oh, I have 3 more days.
Hit it up.
I have 3 personal days I have to take before the end of the year too. So
3 personal days, Billy.
Hell yeah.
Woo!
I took
Use
like-
those personal days.
Dude, I
huh?
took so much vacation this year, man. No, not enough for the
Well, you got tres is enough.
Tres.
Okay, Rattel.
Yeah, Rattel, what?
Let us know.
What have I been playing? Dude, you name it.
Pokemon
You guys,
Go.
you guys
Talk
know
about
me,
Pokemon Go.
man. I'm a big gamer. I'm a passionate gamer. It's what I do. It's my hobby. So, I've been playing Divinity Original Sin, but I've also been playing MVCI, which just came out. We were talking about it a little bit earlier in this episode.
Rattel's getting bodied.
And, I was getting bodied. But I was fucking around a lot. I was playing, like, Team Big Body and whatever. But,
So you got bodied.
By a 0.
I've been playing a lot of my Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch is so fucking good.
Library is still a little.
The library's still, but I mean, as a piece of hardware and in its future, it looks great.
Yeah.
I know NBA
gold.
2K18 looks amazing.
It's gonna look like shit on the Switch, dog. Get it on PS4.
Yeah, PS4. But I mean, the Switch is so awesome. I've been playing it so much recently, just because like it's one of those things where, I'll crawl into bed and I'll play a couple hours of Switch. So I almost play it like every night because I never play it docked because I pretty much always crawl into bed. Chriselle's already long passed out, and I'll just put something on the TV and then I'll just play my Switch. And that's, I don't know. I've been playing a shitload of Switch. Mario Rabbids is awesome.
Oh.
I think Thimbleweed Park just came out.
Thimbleweed
Right?
Park's the next game I'm going to get on my Switch once I'm
I
done
love
Rabbids.
that.
Once I'm done Mario Cross Rabbids.
I tried it at PAX. It was so cool.
So good. Because, I mean, Thimbleweed Park's been out for a long time. And I've been wanting to play it. It's been out on PC and then it's been on PS4, etc., etc. But it's always been one of those things where, oh, fuck, if I could just play it lying down in bed, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I've been playing a lot of shit. Tune into my live streams if you want to see me play. Actually, I played through all of Dark Souls 1 and 2 this year, which was insane. Because I have such a huge newfound respect for those games.
What about
Dark
Demon Souls?
I want to go back and play Demon Souls. I was actually talking to Toasty because I wanted to do a full Souls series run, and so I played through all Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 2, I did the main campaign. I still have some side stuff to do, but
You have Demon Souls.
dude, those games are so good. I do have Demon Souls.
Yeah.
Anyways, Bear, what have you been playing, dog?
I have been playing a bit of Destiny 2,
Oh, I've been playing a shitload of Destiny 2 as well.
and I've obviously been playing Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. But I always play almost a lot of the newest and latest games. I mean, a few weeks ago, before all these games came out, we were playing like Lawbreakers and crazy obscure games like that. But yeah, Destiny 2, a lot of fun. Definitely I hear the John Cena theme.
Oh shit, someone just followed.
Oh.
Oh, I turned off the alerts,
Yeah.
but you can still hear it. Okay.
Destiny 2 is
That's
amazing.
good podcast.
We're doing it. We're doing it. We're
Ooh, put up the numbers.
doing it big.
But it's another one of those games that's like, it's as fun as the people you play it with, but I feel like Destiny 2, they've really got the formula right. But let's talk about Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite a little bit. A game that's, why is the oof? I think the gameplay is really fun.
The game, it's just so funny because Capcom literally, it's just one thing after another
I
with
know,
them,
I
dude.
know,
It's
I know.
one thing after another. First is the fucking visuals.
It sucks.
Like,
Yeah.
Chun's face, Dante's face, they're improved.
I think.
But oh man, and then the collector's edition, Bear.
Oh man, yeah. Let's not
the
even bring that.
fucking Easter eggs.
You know, in Canada, it doesn't even come with the game, right?
It doesn't even come with the game.
Yeah, you have to pay like $200 or $300, and you literally get these fucking
The
Easter
statues
eggs that you
and
can't take out.
and have you seen the pictures of the statues?
Yeah, I know.
Because they look rough as fucking. Like Chun-Li's got these big dark things under her eyes. They're like, oh yo, she get beat.
understand, but I really don't understand with Capcom.
It's just one
No,
thing
but it's
after
been
another.
a long time. Like, no lie, Resident Evil 5, I got the collector's edition, and the big reason I got it was because it came with a Chris Redfield statue, which I was dumb and naive back then. I thought it'd be a little bit bigger. To my surprise, when I opened it, it wasn't even there.
Yeah, Ben
So
fell
freaking-
for a lot of stuff because I know.
No, true story, man. True story. I did not get my Chris Redfield miniature statue.
Ben, you also bought, and I don't want to call you out on this, you also bought the Street Fighter Cross Tekken Limited Edition.
I did. And guess who still has it?
I know, yeah, do I have it?
Yeah, you still have it.
You got that
Dude.
little arcade cabinet.
I
thing
did.
up
I
there?
tossed it. I tossed it. We went the same day. We both picked it up. I don't regret it.
But not, I don't really,
Tough,
I bought
like,
the game. I bought the game too on PS3, but I borrowed Ben because I want to play it on 360.
Yo,
'cause-
look at this fucking relic right here, dude.
Oh, that's pretty
see
cool.
this, let's see
Actually,
this.
that's pretty sick.
Oh, I have the same one.
Marvel 3, this is the steel case.
But Street Fighter Cross Tekken at the time, before it was coming out, it was a pretty big deal.
Yeah, no, this is good.
To have Tekken and Street Fighter
That's a good one,
kind of
for sure.
collab was a huge deal at the time, I would say. And I didn't fault anyone for buying the collector's stuff or like celebrating the release of that, because that's literally was a game that was like, 20 years in the making.
Billy.
But Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite,
Actually, I'm enjoying the game a lot.
it's fun. No, it is really fun. It's the gameplay. I think they nailed.
They built a good foundation,
nice.
which is what is most important.
Yeah. There's just too much. It really stresses me out as a person who wants to see fighting games thrive and really capture that casual audience, to see some of Capcom's decisions of just announcing DLC before the game's out, releasing these terrible
In
limited
like the
editions.
announcement trailer, they had like a
I
fucking
know.
trailer for like Sigma DLC.
And
It's like, come the fuck on, man. It's like 8 months out, 9 months
Yeah.
out.
Okay, hold up. But is Capcom actually doing anything good? I mean, I don't keep track. Are they coming
Absolutely,
up with
dude.
any good games?
Resident Evil 7 was one of the
I'll
best
tell you.
fucking games this year.
Right, okay.
In my opinion, Resident
Yeah.
Evil 7 was fucking awesome.
to the future, I got to try Monster Hunter World at PAX,
And Monster
and
Hunter
I don't
was
think
great.
the world is ready for the success that game's gonna have.
So fucking good.
Especially coming out in January, it's gonna capture. Monster Hunter is already enormous,
Yeah,
especially in Japan.
totally. Yeah.
Japan, it's huge. Like everyone plays them, but here,
And it's coming-
I think in North America, it's coming out at the best time
January,
possible.
right?
Yeah, January, where it kind of scrolls past the Christmas buzz. And it's so good. They've added everything. I think at EP I had to review Monster Hunter Generations at one point, and one of my biggest gripes with that game was like the gameplay and everything was fun and there's so much content in it, but the world never felt alive. It was always missing voice acting, and the tutorials were just too much text and all this shit. It's just for anyone kind of new who has no friends to play with, the game could kind of be very off-putting. But this one, as soon as we played that demo, there's like a girl talking to you, telling you, giving you advice, telling you what this is, telling you what, and it just all felt so dynamic and so kind of, there was so much work and
Felt full and
Because you were big into Monster Hunter, right?
Yeah, I remember.
I am, yeah.
Back in the PSP.
Remember you on the
ever
PSP,
since
you had
the
that
PSP,
claw grip and
I did,
everything
yeah.
going?
Yeah.
Always
You're the
told me,
master.
always told me the Monster Hunter.
The claw grip helps me to this day, dog. And we play a mode of Destiny called Trials of Osiris, and there's like a revive. So pretty much when you revive a teammate, you got to be able to shoot at the same time. The only way to do that in Destiny is if you play claw grip. Dog, I got that shit down. I tell my teammates, yo, motherfuckers, I've been playing Monster Hunter for 10 years.
That's why you gotta play on PC with us, dog.
Yeah, I've been playing that game for fucking 10 years. Being able to revive someone and shoot at the same time ain't shit. And that series is something that like I hope that all of you guys give another shot. I know Rattel actually bought Monster Hunter 4, but didn't play it very much.
No, I didn't do it though. I because the 3DS wasn't the right platform for it.
Yeah, that's
the
true.
PS4 with the seamless online multiplayer because it's not a handheld. I feel like I'm gonna get really lost,
Yeah.
and I think a lot of people are not kind of giving this game the credit because I think when it comes out, it's gonna be fucking huge.
I think so too. I
think
think
it's gonna be
it's gonna be a game that spreads through word of mouth, and the
Yeah.
fact that there's all this gear and you can play with friends and fuck with your friends, and it's just it's gonna be big. But I think Capcom has some teams that are really thinking in the right direction. But there's just other things. Like I think Marvel Infinite was also the Capcom UK team that did Street Fighter V, and they gotta realize how important these franchises are, and the fact that they've got the Marvel IP and they're really playing with some iconic characters, even for Street Fighter. They gotta really like polish these games more.
Do you want
having Ken
X-Men characters?
No,
No,
it's
I
not
know,
even the characters. I
That's
just
not
want to
even.
see.
I mean, it's not even.
like,
that's not Capcom's decision.
This like Marvel vs. Capcom 3 should not look better than a game that comes out 6 years after.
It's the art style in Marvel vs. Capcom. It's really
it's an absolute joke. I still think
It's
Street
so
Fighter
bad.
4, if you were to play it on a really nice PC, it looks better than Street Fighter 5 in my opinion, just
No,
because
you're not
of
wrong.
art style, right? And it's just like that shit can't happen. Like Capcom needs to realize that this stuff is huge. People, have really crazy relationships with these characters that they've been living with over 25 years. You have to put work and budget into this stuff, but I don't want to go into this.
Yeah, man,
too
give
long,
them some
but-
slack. The UK's trying to rebuild right now.
Shop talking at this point.
I could just go into this a lot. It's a little disheartening to see some of the polish they put into some faces, and
Oh, man.
it's so rough. But
love how
in terms of
Giant-
gameplay, they understand. They still understand better than any other company out there. Namco Bandai is amazing too, and Arc System Works is amazing at what they do. But I think Capcom still understands really well what makes a fun fighting game. They made a lot of mistakes with 5 But for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, I think that still exists. I think there's be a bit of creativity there, but that's
Yeah.
what.
I
That's
mean,
what
definitely, it does hurt to see your characters like looking like shit,
yeah,
right?
dude.
Yeah.
It sucks. It's like, man, what the fuck is this shit?
It's soul crushing, man. Yeah, for sure. Especially like it
Your favorite
yeah, I just seeing the backgrounds and all of the stages and the artwork in 5 is just like fuck. Like they could have made this so good. They could have. They had all of the right ideas, but just some you know what game companies need to think about more. And I'm sorry for going on more.
No.
Say what you gotta say.
Is like you need to think about the articles that Kotaku and IGN and all these press places are gonna make, because the consumer has gotten so smart compared to 6-7 years ago, where games are so expensive now. In Canada, you're gonna pay $90 for a brand
insane.
new game.
Yeah.
It's $79.99 in Canada. In US, it's also more expensive, right? I think it's still like $69.99 or $59.99. So people are much smarter with the games that they buy, so they will look at reviews. And when you've got these press companies making articles about Street Fighter V and Marvel Infinite and showing these collector's editions and giving Marvel Capcom Infinite a 7.5 because the only thing that's good about the game is the gameplay, which I know is one of the most important things, but you need to really grab that casual audience. It looks so bad for
It's
the game.
terrible, dude.
When Street-
Especially when Injustice 2 was just like 2.5 months ago.
Yes.
And that game is such a full, complete package,
Yeah.
and it looks amazing.
Looking back at the launch of Street Fighter V, how they didn't have the story mode ready.
Yeah.
There's not even an arcade mode still in
It's
that
insane,
game.
dude.
They're just
There's
like
no arcade mode in SF. It's so
companies
fun.
need to tone back on this esports shit, and like I'm part of that world, and I've really done my dues in the Capcom fighters, but they need to step back from that and first make a good game, and the hardcore players will make an esport out of it themselves, and then you can embrace and jump on. But don't build the game specifically for esports and release it early just for it, because getting that in the first month of a game's release is so important. It's so important. It's Ubisoft was only successful with Rainbow Six, but that was like a one-time thing. Games don't really grab an audience so much after, and the only way Street Fighter V is going to be successful now, which is I'm sure that
They're gonna relaunch it,
they're going to relaunch it with Super Street Fighter V,
They
which they said they didn't want to do, but it has to be like a free upgrade of some sort and kind of rebrand the whole thing. And the fact that they even have to do that is a little.
I mean,
disheartening.
one of the most beloved fighting games of all time, Marvel vs. Capcom 2,
Yeah.
is like one of the least balanced, least esports ready fighting game ever. But the sprites are fucking amazing. The music is great. The roster is insane,
Yeah.
and people love it.
But that's, I mean, that's why I like. That's kind of what got me into fighting games. Was just like, first of all, your favorite characters, but they looked amazing. Like even the first MVC.
I mean,
the
MVC 2
first-
still looks
like,
great.
well, even the first one, like again,
Yeah.
just they looked incredible. And then number 2, where you had again the roster, like you mentioned, and how good it looked. Like,
Yes.
and number 3, like even for well, I mean. It looked great. It
3
really
got
did.
better with
Like-
Ultimate
like,
for
it
sure.
just-
3 needed that relaunch, which sucks, and that's kind of greedy of Capcom to even pull that shit. But yeah, 3, go on.
It's
Was
still,
great.
I mean, it still looked great. And again, so I'm not that I care for the new one because I'm not gonna play it. But I mean, I guess I'm not gonna play it because I played the demo and everything about it put me off
Yeah.
completely. And I was just like, okay, I'm definitely not gonna touch this game, which probably isn't fair. But at the same time, like when I don't have the time for it,
Yeah.
like forget it. I'm not gonna touch it.
Capcom really needs to look at companies like Arc System Works and be like, look at the work that these guys are putting into their games, because Guilty Gear was absolutely amazing looking. And you're seeing Dragon Ball right now, where they're literally taking frames from the manga and replicating them perfectly, like by the frame, and like the framing is like identical. It's just showing you the care and the work that's going into these games. That's what Street Fighter needs. Like,
but-
it's.
But I feel it's because they're listening to the fans. I mean, I've loved Guilty Gear like from way
Yeah,
back
you
in
need
the
to play
day.
the new one,
like,
man.
In the,
Rev 2 is great.
The Dragon Ball game, I'm gonna pick up no matter what, whether I have time or not. I'm gonna pick it up because it looks phenomenal. But it seems like they're actually listening to the fans, is what they're doing. And again, like Injustice 2, like I love it where like Ed Boon was coming out like he was.
My favorite
Your boy.
My boy.
He legit like I remember
Mr.
like
Eyebrows himself.
on his Twitter or whatnot, he was asking like, okay, well, what characters do you guys
Yeah,
want?
dude.
And people like were putting lists and lists.
Spawn, man. Spawn is
Like
on the
Spawn.
That'd be
Spawn.
insane,
Freaking
dude.
Hellboy, like
Dude,
people.
yeah.
Like I remember, like some people asked, like, let's have Hellboy. He's like, okay,
Yeah.
like it's just insane where they're actually
Got that
listening
Warner Brothers
to
money,
people,
man. They can make it happen.
and like
Well, I'll tell you right now, I guarantee those characters were already in development, and then he makes a poll just to kind of see interest.
Exactly.
But they do give the fans what they want. And maybe the games, I mean, competitively, obviously, they work, and they do okay. I don't think they have, like, the finesse that, you know, some Arc System Works games have. But you're right, though. They have all of this packaged content, and to give the casual, especially the casual, you have to always cater to the casual guys as well, but have that room for depth, you know, like always that soccer analogy that I make is like a game that anyone could pick up, but it's hard to master. That's what fighting games need to be, right? But when you don't leave that ceiling, you know, that's why Smash Melee, I always think, is like what some people need to look at, where it's kind of this game that's fun for anyone, but like it has this crazy amount of depth if you really go nuts with it. And then in Brawl, they were just like, no, we don't like this competitive shit. We're just gonna
Casual it up.
just slap it out, and we're gonna add tripping and all this stuff
Fuck
because
the tripping up
yeah,
front.
we don't want to make this game competitive because we want everyone to be able to win. It was just we can go on about this forever.
I mean, and what the thing is like Injustice 2 will definitely be the best-selling fighting game this year.
oh yeah.
And like, so it's like so confusing. Why do you like they have the visuals, they have the full single-player content, the great story mode. It's like why does
And let me add something too. Like
why does
one other decision, like
fighting games like follow suit? Like,
Capcom's really smart too. Like they know the characters that people want. You know how huge Monster Hunter is in Japan. So the way they're marketing the game in Japan is like they're just showing Monster Hunter.
It's
to
funny.
everyone
I was
in Japan.
talking to Billy literally while we were playing Marvel before the stream started, and I was like, "Yeah, the 6 new DLC characters coming by the end of the year.
Yeah.
They're the best
They're
characters.
the best characters. Black Panther.
They're the best characters. They're the characters that people want. Everyone that's in the current roster is either there's a few new ones, and then it's recycled shit,
all recycled. Yeah.
right? So it's like like Winter Soldier, Monster Hunter, Venom, Black Panther. Like how fucking sick is that shit gonna be?
They know what people want. They just want because games are so expensive to
Bastards.
make.
But
So
everybody wants the X-Men though.
It's true.
they'll come.
Yeah,
I think so.
Back
but are they?
in the original like X-Men vs Street Fighter.
'Cause that's what
all
started it.
Capcom,
Right.
That 90s X-Men cartoon
Yeah.
style, what they modeled the sprites after, like that shit was crazy. You know, that's what everybody wants.
But, like, I mean, I'm sure they'll have an X-Men or two, but at the same time, like, when I look, like, at MVC3, like, and, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but all the, like, Marvel characters have been in movies. If not most of,
the
like,
new ones, all the new ones.
like, like, it's just insane. So with this game, again, I haven't seen who's there, but we see Gamora, we see,
It looks like ass, by the way.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the way they
But
Gamora
again, like
looks.
to me, it just looks like a commercial in a sense,
Oh,
or
of
just
course, of
advertising,
course. It is.
which is smart. I get it. It's smart.
The reason why Nova's in this game because Nova recently started a new comic series.
Right.
So they're trying to promote him a little bit more, and yeah,
But
you're
it
absolutely
feels
right.
forced. Like
It is,
for
yeah.
me, if you like, there's nothing wrong
Yeah.
with it. But like, yeah, listen to the fans. So I mean, hearing that they have Venom coming out, like that's
Great.
hype.
That's awesome.
That's way
That's
hype.
awesome.
I'm telling you, man, that's all a monopoly. Ever since
Yeah.
Disney owns them, they're just kind of like, hey, Fox, if you want us to promote your characters for free, like even though we still own the
Yeah.
comic rights
Yeah.
and all these rights to them,
But I mean,
we
the
could
comics
use them.
don't make nearly as
They don't
much
make as
money.
much as the movies, right?
No,
It's
not
become a
even.
thing
Well,
of like,
actually-
hey, you guys pay us, or we have a deal, and we'll promote these characters
Well, it's
for you.
and the merch. I mean, that's what it boils
It is,
down
yeah.
to. It's
Yeah.
the merch. I mean,
how many X-Men toys do you see these days? None, right?
No,
because
you don't.
I mean, Marvel can make them if they want to.
But why promote another company's fucking property, right?
It's all
about the
monopoly.
movie.
And you're
It's
absolutely
insane.
right. It feels a little bit forced when you look at that roster and you're like,
I'm playing a fucking
It's
advertisement.
playing
Just
It's
for
like-
me personally, like the games never felt the same. Not because the gameplay kind of changed a little,
Yeah.
but just because like the legacy characters aren't there. You know,
Yeah.
like, that's like a thing for me. Like I'm just like, man, like
I mean,
it
3
feels-
felt like I've had everyone I was content
Ultimate
with.
got there.
Ultimate God. Oh yeah, Ultimate. It needed.
Yeah, but by
Ultimate
that
needed
point, I was already gone. They lost me at the first
Yeah,
thing. You know,
yeah.
right? Like I just like whatever.
And that's the issue. They can't be doing that shit.
Yeah.
You can't be charging a person for a game twice and making it $100.
Dude, the fucking character pack is $40 Canadian.
What?
Wow.
If you want the 6 characters that are releasing this year,
Yeah.
it's 40 and extra 40 fucking dollars on top of the $80 that us Canadians have to pay.
Don't even waste your money.
No,
insane,
I'm
dude.
just like I'm waiting for
Capcom,
Injustice 2 when it's gonna be worth like $10 with the full expansions. I'm gonna buy that
Buy it.
because they deserve my money.
You'll go online
But-
and you'll get wrecked.
But no,
They
forget it.
deserve the least amount of money.
But no, but someone like
But
Ben
they
who's such a
deserve it.
fan, dude,
Yeah.
he can just play through the story mode.
It's
and
true,
have
dude.
fun.
That's what I'm gonna get Injustice 2. Like I will get Injustice 2. Like
Yeah.
and again, and if I play it, like it's not gonna be for the online. It's just gonna be for the story.
Yeah.
To play some Red Hood,
Yeah.
get some Starfire, freaking
Red Hood sucks.
I don't
Scarecrow.
like 'em.
Yeah.
Yo, my Red Hood was sick, dog. Did you see?
I saw the videos. I saw the videos
I
there.
was just playing that shit for Ben, man.
Comebacks.
Yeah,
I
dog.
heard the shoutouts, man. I heard the shoutouts.
Dedicate
I gave
one
you
to
two,
me.
man.
Yeah, I mean,
I gave you Captain Cold as well, dog.
did?
Which I know you probably wouldn't play, but it's fine.
Did you dedicate any to me?
I did. I felt.
You gonna play Raiden for me?
probably as much as you
I'm
dedicate
gonna
to
play
me.
Hellboy. I'm gonna play Hellboy for sure. But it's Raiden's out soon. I gotta play Injustice.
The
as well.
MK Dragon. Is
I haven't. Oh, I know. It was
I was like,
pretty sick.
oh, what the fuck?
You know what? I
I just wasn't expecting it.
haven't-
What's the super gonna be like?
haven't
Oh, okay,
seen-
okay. What the fuck?
I have not
Fan
seen the
service,
Raiden trailer actually.
Really?
Oh, then you know what the
Okay, yo,
fuck?
after this, we'll watch it. I haven't seen it either.
Dude, Whitney.
Colleen Santos talks
Whitney.
about Animal Crossing.
But first, guys, this is your last chance. Send in emails to ratelfactor@gmail.com if you would like us to go through them at the end of the show. Colleen, what have you been playing?
I've been playing Persona.
You know what? It's so funny because one of the chat questions was, "Yo, has anyone played Persona 5?"
I'm
And
playing
only
that.
Jerry the Prince did.
Jerry.
Shout out to
Prince.
Are we done with beer?
I'm still drinking. You want?
Same.
I have a whole other one, dude.
Jeez.
Dude, there's Rickards as well. Billy
Oh, my
Brown.
record.
Persona.
Go.
There's a
Oh yeah.
Keep
So
going.
I'm playing
Strong
Persona
Billy
5.
mudslides.
Hook us up with us.
Yo,
Yeah,
I got as much
100
beer
Let
as
the
you.
lady talk.
Oh shit.
We've actually
playing-
been playing a lot of games. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out for the free Destiny. Thank you. Destiny 2. Say that. Yeah, I told Bear about this. One of the developers came by to the Nintendo kiosk and dropped off Destiny 2 for me for free.
That's amazing.
He's like, "Oh, did you get Destiny?" I'm just like, Sorry.
Dustin. Go on, Sean.
Sorry.
You got the micro.
So he comes by, he's like, "Did you get Destiny?" And I'm just like, "Oh, I'm sharing it right now because Gary and I share, what was it? It's like, game
sharing, dog. It's
yeah.
a NAM scam, is what.
It's a NAM scan. So he dropped it off and he's like, "Oh, I picked up a copy for you." And he hands it to me and I'm like,
Oh, this guy just,
Billions.
I was surprised. I was shocked.
Really
just for you only?
Just for me only.
Dude, you know what that guy wants.
Yeah.
No, come
wants something.
on.
You should still got the game. She didn't have to do anything.
No, well, no, he
Really
came by prior and he was with his family, his kids, and I was really nice to his kid and stuff. And then I saw him wearing the hoodie, like the Destiny one. I was like, so do you like Destiny?
he worked for Bungie?
What was it? I think it was Activision.
It's just Activision.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
Activision.
yeah.
Which is like the same. Sorry, I didn't give you.
Yeah, he works for Activision, but he was wearing a Destiny hoodie. I got to him. I'm just like, "Are you excited for Destiny 2?" Like, "I'm actually working on it." I was like,
She just drops to the ground.
"It's a great game, Destiny, good stuff, man." And he's like, "Oh, let me know if you want anything." Gives me his business card and everything, and I'm like, "Oh, thank you so much." I'm like, "I wish I could give you something. Do you want some stickers?" So I gave him stickers and stuff.
Give his
and-
kids stickers.
Yeah.
Yeah, his kid stickers.
He kept it for himself.
Probably.
He's like,
Give
he's probably
give me that box. It's mine.
Really? No.
My childhood.
Oh, it's gross.
He wants to go up. Yes, Lance. That's correct.
Disgusting.
Damn, Billy.
No, man. Lance did that.
Shout out, Lance.
Yeah, okay, so go on.
That's gross.
So you've been playing the Destiny 2?
I have been playing Destiny 2, Persona 5, Breath of the Wild. It's
Did you get off the plateau?
She's playing like 3 games.
I
at the
did.
same time.
Holy shit, man, that was a crazy time.
How do I get off the plateau?
I
You're at
didn't
the
know.
beginning of the game. Go, come on.
I was like, what the fuck is this? I finally got my horse, so I'm,
nice.
going around. Persona though, I'm at 100 hours. I want to die.
I think you're near the end.
Jerry, how much did you get? Like 500 or something?
What?
No, 350.
What the?
He got all the
he played it
endings.
3 times.
He got all the endings, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It takes the type of person to really like. I didn't play 5 yet, and I know it's amazing. I
There's
played 4
too much talking
all
though
the way
in it.
through.
There's
but-
way too much text talking.
Okay, I won't lie though. Like Persona 3 was like the last game that like I beat and started playing immediately because it was such a phenomenal game that like I cared for all the characters. I wanted to know what the other endings were. Like I beat it, start playing it immediately. It was that good.
Is there any, like, is it just text and there's no voice acting?
There is
There is.
some, but there's
What,
not.
Persona 5?
Yeah, there's not a lot though.
I feel like there is a lot.
Basically,
Doesn't feel like- no.
And the important beats there are.
There is, but like when
Right.
you're at home, it's like fuck, man. You get home, you're
Yeah,
getting
it's
text after text
But I
after
mean,
text.
keep in mind that those texts are the character's phone.
I know, but I'm like,
So it would be
fuck,
weird
shut
if
the
it was
fuck
voice
up.
acting.
I'm over it. It's like, hey, what are we gonna do? Or hey, you're being a motherfucker. Like, it's some dumb shit going on. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like, holy shit, it's too much. And the one thing I also don't like is like when you're going through a palace, there's not a lot of saving spots.
Maybe because
There's save rooms.
Not a lot though.
Isn't that the
Yeah,
purpose
but
though?
you
Because
gotta,
it's a challenge.
it's a challenge.
It's
I
a
know,
challenge,
but-
right?
you don't want to be a noob, man.
I am a noob. Come on, I'm a girl. What do you expect?
Oh, why you gotta make it that gender, Whitney? Why you gotta go
We
there?
believe in equality around here, sister.
Let's just clear the air. We believe in equality.
We believe in
We
equality.
believe that
She didn't believe in
girls are good at
herself.
Video games.
I don't believe in
She didn't
myself.
believe in
This is a
herself.
personal thing.
My girlfriend's
Whitney,
crazy good at Destiny.
Believe in yourself.
Dude, I got like even Bear. Like sometimes I
Believe
get up,
in yourself,
I get
girl.
so mad because I'm like, fuck, man, this is pissing me off. Why is this so long? Or I get
I feel
stuck.
it though. That was like me playing Final
I'm
Fantasy 12. I
so
stopped playing
mad.
because I was like, there was
I
the same
stopped.
points for so far. I was like, fuck this game. I don't want to.
Dude,
I just
no.
want to stop and go somewhere, and I gotta fucking find the same point. That's like
There's so many
half
puzzles.
an hour away. It's just like,
so,
fuck this
it's
shit.
so annoying. Like honestly, like have you beat it?
No,
Okay, how far are you?
I'm at the museum.
Never mind. It's really hard, and I got really mad.
I'm
And
like the third palace.
Jerry, Persona is the baby difficulty of SMT games.
Ooh.
wow,
And she's mad. Ooh, it ensues.
I fucking
Okay.
hate it.
I get feeling on the text.
So wait.
like,
So do you like the game?
I do like it.
Okay.
I just wish there was less text, and I wish there was more save spots. And
The safe spots seem like
and
a
some of the
shitty
characters come like a bit later, so you don't get really a chance to like talk to them as much, which really sucks. That's what I don't like about it, because I think in Persona 4 you meet a lot of the people beginning,
Early
right?
on, yeah.
Yeah, no, this one you meet like people along the way, and it's. I wish there was
Yeah,
one
it's a little
character I like.
Like Persona 5 for me so far is it's really good, but Persona 4 there's something about the characters and everything.
Yeah.
that
Persona
just-
4 was a little happier.
Yeah,
It was
well,
a little
it was.
happier.
It
Yeah,
had
it was
a
a little
more
bit
upbeat vibe
Even
to it, for sure.
the music was a little bit more upbeat. It felt like too,
Yeah.
and yeah.
And
But
just I mean like there's just some great characters in Persona 4. Persona 5 is good, really good. I'm
It is
enjoying
good,
it all.
yeah.
it's probably a better game overall.
I think it's a better game for
yeah,
sure.
But yeah, there's a story. Some games is just whether it's the UI, whether it's the music, whether it's the characters, they have a charm to them. They're kind of make you feel happy, And I felt like 4 just kind of nailed that. Anytime you played it, was
Did you play
positive.
Persona 3?
I did
Yeah,
not.
dude.
Oh.
Dude.
Persona- I played it on
I still
PSP.
stand by it. I still stand by it. It's-
P3P.
Is that the one you can be a girl or a boy?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you can
heard
choose
about
your
that.
gender.
Yeah.
And
Just the
yeah.
shooting in the head and shit. So
Yeah. It was
a little darker.
It was
It's dark, but
definitely
it was so
dark.
good though.
I loved it.
Last Persona gameplay was like Shin Megami 1 or 2.
Damn, SM1?
And he was playing it
Jesus.
before
I
anyone.
never played any of those games.
Really? They're really good. I really like them.
One of
You
them.
guys are
Best-
weebs, man.
It doesn't work for me, dude. I'm Asian. Can't be a
Yeah,
weeb.
straight weebs.
What else have you been playing, Whitney? You have a
Breath of-
Switch?
Yeah, Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Finally got off the plateau. We were just talking about this.
Yo, that
I
took
just
you
got
that
my-
long?
No, the last time Lou was over, he was helping me.
yeah.
Okay,
I
well,
was
man,
like,
you played Breath of the Wild.
Just-
too.
Yeah, I was playing it actually like
helping Raquel back
last week. I started playing it again.
it's
fun,
really
man.
good. It's really good.
Victor Lucas, speaking of that Lucas money, he does not shut up about Breath of the Wild. He always tells me like, you have to play that game. He said for him reviewing games after playing Breath of the Wild was like
Hard.
it was hard.
Dude,
Yeah,
there's-
that game like changed his life. He said
Dude,
and how revolutionary. it was.
I'm telling
really
you, man.
great. Yeah,
I'm
it's
telling
really
you. Like it's all talk. So many people are talking about it, but the game fucking lives up to the hype, man. It is a special game.
It's
It
great.
is so good.
fun.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Again, like the last time I played it was like maybe like June or July, and then just picking it up again like last week. It was just so easy to jump back in.
Yeah.
And I started
Yeah.
just finishing quests that I started like in June and July.
get the DLC
It's so good.
for it?
I haven't yet.
I
No,
did.
I haven't.
Oh,
You
how
have
was
you have it on Wii U.
Well,
I'm playing it on his Wii U.
I'm saying, well, on full screen mode, because dude, when I played Mario Odyssey 2, I think I was telling you this, is like Mario Odyssey, I think it's gonna be a terrific game.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was playing it at PAX, I was like, man, this game kind of like doesn't look like full 1080p on a monitor.
I don't think it is.
I'm still like,
it's like 900p.
yeah, it kind of just looks so like. I don't know. Yeah, like, and I'm not a graphics guy too. Like, I'm not that much, but it just kind of doesn't look as sharp. I just know the game could look so much more beautiful because of the colors.
But you played
And
in the city though.
I did, but it doesn't matter. But I could still see the edges around
I don't
Mario
know.
and all that shit. Like
But
it still
once you
didn't
get
look.
into it, though, it's.
I mean,
weird.
I don't think anyone's playing on the Switch for the graphical fidelity. Though.
It isn't, but I'm just
Yeah.
wondering with Breath of the Wild. I think it probably looks.
Fuck you guys.
It pro-
Who the fuck is this guy?
I think it probably looks better on the Wii U than it does on the Switch for whatever reason.
Yeah, man.
Can't catch a break. Yeah, we should do this more often.
That's the sad reality, though. When Mattel is like at the top of his game, we just chop him down. Like we just trash on it.
This is why we're telling
He
can't
doesn't
do
get no
YouTube.
credit. I mean, that's why. Just like no, man. That's a constant Mattel factor. Forget all you guys.
I
I'm
sure
going
missed
solo.
doing this podcast.
Holy shit.
Between the viewers, MK Toasty, and us,
It's a you're a champion. Though. You're a champion.
why have friends, right? Or
We dish it
we're
because you
friends
can take it.
with enemies like these.
But let's just say, I think the last year or two of gaming has actually been really good.
Yeah,
Like
it's
really,
been
really
I
good.
can- yeah, I can
There was a few
attest to
years around like 2013, 2014 where I wasn't really into it as much, but I feel like these last years have been really good. Especially
This year's
year.
been ridiculous.
This
Should
year
I buy a
has been really-
PS4, guys?
Yeah.
Yes,
If
play
you're,
with
gonna,
us.
if you're gonna have a console, it's gotta be a PS4.
Yeah, and you should buy a PS4 Pro
You
because
get
you
the
got a
PS4
4K.
Pro,
I'm
yeah.
gonna get that.
You have to get it.
Should I come back to gaming, guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
For Monster
So
Hunter.
you never left.
Did
though.
you-
Oh,
Yo,
for dude, you would love Monster
Dude.
Hunter.
I play Monster Hunter.
Monster
yes.
Hunter.
Exactly,
And
so we will love
before-
it.
Get the special
Playing it
edition.
multiplayer with all of us.
I mean, Billy, the real question is, do you still have the gunners?
Oh,
I need prescription gunners now, and I'm probably gonna do it for work because my eyes hurt.
contacts and gunners, dude. Contacts and gunners. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Dude, if you still got the gunners, you know you gotta come back to gaming.
Billy's there selling you some
Yo, Billy,
insurance looking
let me know if you
soda.
order some.
I don't even do insurance anymore.
Yo, dog, I got my car insurance through Billy, alright? I don't give a fuck what y'all say.
And he did it with
Billy,
the
when you
best
order your gunners, dude, let me know, because I might order some with you.
He's on the
actually need it,
insurance.
I do, because I'm on the computer a lot because of work, right?
You're gonna be
So
so funny with gunners, you nerds.
No, actually, no.
I promise, I will never let
I
anyone.
was gonna say the crystalline one.
I'm getting the crystalline ones actually.
What are the crystalline?
It's like just the clear lens, but it's
Yeah,
like
it's
more-
not like the
Oh,
yellow.
it doesn't. Oh, thank God. I
No,
fucking
get the
hate
yellow.
that yellow
Get the
shit,
yellow.
dude.
It's not the yellow with
But
the
like,
funny
you know, I
shape.
totally get it though, because I'm at work all day
It hurts your eyes.
and I'm on the fucking computer. I got triple monitors at work, and I come back here.
Oh, that what is all this fanciness coming in?
I only got double
Fidelity,
No, I got
triple monitor.
monitors, double keyboards. I'm in spreadsheets just tearing that shit up, dude. You have no idea.
Also,
Also pouring in one.
They
Porn, yeah, porn on the third monitor.
No, you used to make fun of me for that dual screen porn, dude. And now I'm whipping up.
Dual keyboard porn, man. I was thinking 2 keyboards with that shit for, man. What you think?
He has a good keystroke,
You know, why does this shit
yeah,
stick?
Ratel works. There's some days Ratel works from home. I'm sure out of all the days you've worked, you probably pumped one out during your shift, dog.
I am professional.
Dude, why aren't you like
I'm
turning on
professional.
notifications,
Pumped
man?
one out.
You don't even know who's following you with that.
You don't give a fuck no
I know.
more.
Dude, this guy comes from the electric playground.
No, I'm letting you know, dog. I keep it
No, you
real.
work from home too.
Yeah,
No,
sometimes, not always, not always. I'm much less. I'm very rarely. I want to do
Just
it more.
Ratel just doing his thing and he goes, takes a pause for a second. He's like, oh. And that's enough. And he goes, whatever porn site you're at. Well, yeah, Pornhub, is that what you use?
No,
Which one you using,
get
dog?
the fuck out of here.
Jews gone wild.
Oh, damn.
Guatemala chicks.
My people's hands.
The rabbis on Asians. That's what tells it.
He's on
Anyways.
that, he's on that Overwatch porn.
All right, here.
What?
All right.
Side note, gonna bring back a little bit of
Oh
tradition.
my God.
Okay, here, just to let you guys know that we still think of you. At least I still think about you guys. And
Is
we
this
got- we got-
another segment after 3 years of Ben Sack?
You can't kill tradition, man. You got good tradition. You gotta keep up with it. So
No papooses in there. I'm gonna be
so
very sad.
I know, man.
I mean, truth be told, once I started
Tamales,
working,
tamales.
I haven't been doing this as much as I want to. I mean, Billy has mentioned that he doesn't game as much.
Yep.
But something that we have been doing is board games.
A lot of
And so this one, Shouts out to Damien because she was chill and we played this game quite a bit back in the day. But Dead of Winter is unlike any game you've played because for anyone who likes The Walking Dead, this is basically the Walking Dead board game. And I say that because Walking Dead is nasty. It's like nasty things happen to you, like continue happening, and when things go bad, they go worse. This game is just like that. It's not like for your casual player at all. There's lots of rules, but if you want something intense with a good story and with lots of options, there it is. There's an expansion that came out like earlier this year, I think, maybe last year. But yeah, again, it's tons of fun. 2 to 5 players. But again, you're in for a long haul. This isn't like you're not gonna
like
play
a
this for
full
10
campaign?
minutes. Like you're gonna be playing it for a couple hours.
Like Eldritch, man.
Well, I
1
mean-
to 2 hours.
Yeah,
1 to 2 hours.
That's not that bad because I mean we've been playing some board games this year.
Eldritch
Yeah.
horror.
Eldritch horror, man, all night, baby.
Eldritch Horror.
That's a great game.
Mansions
I
of Madness.
I've been itching to play some
Dude,
Eldritch,
one of my,
actually.
what I think still though the favorite, like my favorite game that we played is Avalon.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Dude, Avalon is so good, and I've actually been tempted to do like, okay, let's do a playthrough on stream of Avalon.
It's really hard to do though. That's the problem. Like
It
you
is.
have to show everyone.
need a
Yeah, it's really
multicam
hard.
setup.
Yeah, you need a multicam. You know, Will Wheaton's show Tabletop. I don't know if you guys watched it.
I watched, like,
That's what
every
really got a
episode.
lot of people into board games, and
Yeah.
that's why like my group of friends
my-
started playing.
But I mean, what makes Avalon so special though and so good is that, like it depends on who you're playing with.
Yeah.
Because it's a game full of just like
That's
deceit
every- I think that's every
and
board game,
conversation
though, yeah.
and just like, and you know, being able to outsmart your opponents, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Not even
awesome.
outsmarting. It's just like
Outsmart yourself.
Outsmart your friend.
I remember when
yourself, man.
this one game where Billy fucking he's the king. Billy is the fucking king of board games, man. He won an entire match with a wink.
No, it was
It's the mind game.
I played some mind games with Lou. I played some mind games with Lou that game.
Billy, oh, he had you wrapped around.
Sometimes I don't know if I can trust Billy sometimes. Sometimes it's like, oh, yeah, Billy's got me. Billy's got. And it's like,
I do got you a lot of times.
That's
in
why.
that game.
That's why it's so hard not to trust Billy.
Yeah, we'll just be like, okay, don't vote on this. Like, okay. I feel you, dog. Cost us the entire match. Me and Lou, we had it fucking wrapped
Yeah,
up,
but
and Lou was so mind fucked that it's just
the relationship is still intact. That's what's important.
Yeah, the relationship. That was just that one game. But when we're on a team, we fuck bitches up, man. I'm just telling you that right now.
And so that's a nice thing about this game that does have that trailer component, which I love. Like what was it, House and Betrayal or
Betrayal,
whatever.
House on the Hill.
Like I
I
love
love that,
those
I love that.
trailer
Yeah,
aspects, and this one has it like big time. It plays a significant role because you need to work together as a team. So it's a co-op game to reach your objective, and so every turn or every phase there's an objective. Like you need so much food, but you know, to survive. And then there might be a trailer, so they might screw you over. You can exile the trailer, but when you exile people, if they're not a trailer, then they get a whole different role. So you're always playing in the game.
Yeah.
So yeah, complicated, but if you're hardcore, intense, love Walking Dead, this is your game. I recommend it. Tons of fun.
Have you guys played a game called Resistance before? Or
That's the same thing.
yeah,
as
Avalon is just like a
Avalon's
reskin. It's
yeah,
a
it's a
reskin of.
reskin.
Oh, okay. Because it's just all
Yeah.
about like lying and
Yeah.
trusting your.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But the thing is, with Resistance, it's actually the bare basics of the game. It's a great game.
Yeah.
That's what Avalon is. But Avalon's actually technically an expansion on top of it as well. It has like the Lady of the Lake that we haven't done last.
Depends on how many people you play
Yeah.
with. You need more people.
I'm not a fan of like overly complicated games.
Oh, it's not.
Oh, I don't think this game's complicated.
Because there's a lot of great games. I even hear like the Firefly board game is like pretty good,
Yeah,
but
I
it's
heard
like
that, yeah.
so many steps and like so much to like.
Does take it at once.
Yeah, exactly, and it's
takes
hard to
some
bring
players,
new
yeah.
players in.
There's
You
a
know?
game that I really want to try. My buddy Arthur, shout outs to him, my game master, my dungeon master.
You DM,
My
dog.
DM.
Yeah, Billy.
What was the game that we called? It was apparently it'll take like the whole night. He has to actually read the manual and learn it.
Oh yeah,
It was like Cosmic Game. What was it called?
the
Benjamin, I'm gonna give you this,
that
dog,
one.
because
you saw it, right?
we look like we're sponsored
I know.
right now. So it's kind of
No
I
more
am
free
about that
sponsors.
life, dog. I've been
Twilight Imperium.
Twilight Imperium. That's the game. My buddy has the whole expansion, and everything. He's like,
Yeah.
that game will take at least 16 hours to finish.
Yeah.
So it's a whole day.
It's huge.
It's huge. It's
Because
massive.
yeah,
Sells
that
in the
game's
chat.
insane.
And then my My friend's like, your table won't handle it. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? My table at home? So it's gonna be good.
Daffia says you're not the king of board
Yeah.
games.
Oh.
You know why she
The fiance,
the fiance, man.
dude.
the reason why she says that is because she says she
No.
understands and sees through me.
Okay. Yo, but I mean, people don't know Daffy, but she's a stone cold killer. That girl.
She is a wolf in sheep's clothing, dude. Those motherfuckers
She's
had my
you know what?
face.
She's watching this right now.
She is. She's next door.
Yeah.
She can hear us probably screaming.
She sees right through you, dog. You're translucent as hell.
Especially with this camera.
But as Jerry says,
With this lighting, you white.
she can't see me right now.
All right, guys, we're gonna move on to the email segment of the show. If you guys, last chance, if you guys want to send in some emails to have them read on stream, send it into ratelfactor@gmail.com. All right.
Also,
First question is from your boy, Pivot Point.
Wow.
This is new.
I'm actually not sure who this is.
Yeah, this is new.
I started to listen to Top Tier after you guys had stopped,
oh man,
Oh, sorry.
so I never got to ask very important questions.
So
I never got to ask very important questions.
Yeah.
are you
Can you
reading?
fucking read
But
properly, dog? You fucking.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
ESL
Whatever.
too?
It wouldn't be tradition if you didn't read it right. Okay.
Holy shit, man.
God damn.
What the
Sorry,
fuck?
I'm sorry.
Okay. Let's
It's
hear.
rough,
Let's
it's
hear.
rough.
Let's hear his important question. He's been waiting.
Billy, did you ever get a Skyline?
he's working on it. He's working on it.
I'm working on it. But
You want a Skyline? Like an R32 or?
I'm not fucking paying too much
R32
Need for Speed. back in the
R32
day.
is still one of my favorite cars of all time.
Yeah.
And it actually got bumped down by the RX-7. That's like my dream car at the moment. But no, I actually just got an FRS and I'm still driving that, you know, like daily.
It's a
I love
good
that
car, man.
It's a great car.
It's a very good car. It's very
You
nice.
should get an R3. I never knew you liked that car.
R32 was actually
Yeah.
one of my favorite cars. It's
pretty easy.
R32, the RX-7, and those two are like they're the ones that. It doesn't matter which one I have. I'll be happy with both. But
It's worth buying an R30. I mean, if you love the car, to buy it now because
Yeah.
Nissan is redoing the parts for it.
Oh, really?
They just announced like 6 months they're gonna go from R32 to R33 and then 34. They're gonna reproducing all the parts.
Get
So when did
So-
you learn so much about cars?
Dude,
Yeah,
man,
well-
that Lucas money,
No.
dude. I'm telling you. He's
Like,
like,
he's got like
Dude,
3 on the side.
dude. Even though it took me so long to actually drive, I've always been like really into cars. And
yeah, I
stuff
know.
Like that.
I know Bear was always
Yeah.
into cars.
Yeah,
I always talk
know.
about
I knew
it.
you liked the initial D, but
No,
No, no,
I
before
thought that was about
Billy
it.
made me watch Initial D because I
no,
like.
I was talking about it, and you're like, maybe I should give it a chance. And it's fucking
That's
good, right?
It's really good.
Yeah,
but I
so-
think you should buy it, dude. Like those right-hand drive cars, especially in Canada, because our ban, if you guys don't know, like to import cars in Canada, it's much less than US.
Oh.
Here it's 15 years, and over there, and in US it's 25 years. So it's a lot more. Meaning that like there's a lot of cars that are much really rare that US can't get yet. So like say if you want a Toyota Supra and you're okay with getting it right-hand drive because it's way cheaper right-hand drive, you should buy it now in Canada because the States is going to be able to get it next year.
It's gonna be expensive.
And it's going to start like really increasing the prices. So it's like an R32 has been obviously available in the US for a while, but you still get one if you.
I'll eventually
Yeah.
get one. Like,
That'd be sick.
I don't know. Fiance should get a car soon, so I could give her my FRS, which is a
Yeah.
freaking good car.
Here,
But-
here,
but-
take
but-
this FRS.
Yeah, it's like brand new. Yours is brand new, dude.
And then
I don't need that trash.
yeah.
no, I still love the
Even that
FRS. Don't get me
insurance
wrong.
money.
Like,
Yeah.
it is.
Does your wife know how to drive?
Fiance.
I was gonna say, it's hard to
Fiance,
imagine
sorry.
her driving a stick like
Yeah,
that.
does she know how to drive?
Yo, I could totally see Daffia just like
Yeah.
having
She
a
can-
first
she can.
run
Do you know what? She can start the car. She can get it rolling, but she's always scared to drive my car. I'm like, why? It's like it's loud. I'm like, that's not loud.
Eat my dust, motherfucker.
But no, she's
That's too good.
But it's definitely easier to acquire than RX-7, I think.
yeah.
RX-7's
RX-7 will
well,
break down more fast.
It's
Just
more,
be rolling.
yeah. It's way it's a money pit, that car, right?
Is there a law against like right-hand drive or anything like that here? Is there anything?
No,
No, it's
It's scarier for left turns. So it's like you almost always should wait for the red light
just take your
before
time.
you know, like or the yellow
Just
and then the
drive
red.
safe.
Yeah, it's true. It's drive safe.
Scary, yeah, because you can't see shit on the right side when you're making a left turn. So it's the scariest.
Just drive safe. You don't want like it's.
Yeah.
just always make right turns.
Yeah, just
Yeah, just avoid them.
yeah.
You want to make a left? Do 3 rights.
Zoolander,
Just drive
man.
safe. Just don't drink and drive. Be responsible with cars. That's all I
Yeah,
say.
that is
Next-
the scariest thing.
Next question from Pivot Point: Can Bear grow facial hair?
Yeah,
I can't. I just shave it a lot because thing about me is the fact that I'm Middle Eastern.
For legal reasons,
No,
he
real
can't.
talk. And especially this last year, guys, like you guys don't even understand. I have a whole ritual before I flew out like 4 or 5 times this year. Not that much, but I mean I fly out for work and I fly out for these esports things too. And I have a ritual before I go on the plane. I shave my face, put on my glasses because I look nerdier, and like I just try and look as least Middle Eastern as possible.
Non-threatening.
Yeah, because the thing about, ever since fucking 9/11, as much of a tragedy as that was, it's been a rough life to be a Middle Eastern dude. So I shave my face as much as possible. I don't want to be thrown into any sort of stereotypes and whatnot.
You know what? Like even
And I also don't look good with facial hair. Like
even me, like I don't like to have rock and beard when I have to go across the border or
Yeah.
go on planes.
yeah.
I'm the same way.
Yeah,
I'm like I don't like
But I don't know if I can grow like a full, but I can definitely like
You
if I
should
let it
try.
grow, dude.
You should try. You should try.
Yeah, do it.
No.
You definitely could.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's
Nice.
Yeah,
It's
it grows
nice.
pretty.
Have you ever tried it out?
The longest I haven't shaved for was like a month and a half, and it starts to grow pretty rough. But like Lou even keeps it real with me. He's like, "Yo, Barry, you gotta shave that shit off." I'm like, "Yeah, dog, you're right, because it's true. I should, because like I was a Middle Eastern dude. You can't be."
Yo,
I don't-
More than that,
yeah.
is you just
Yo,
look,
but-
you look good without it. Like you have
Yeah,
you're clean,
okay,
you look
okay.
nice. You know.
I look
Yeah.
clean.
Jerry says grow the beard.
Yeah, grow
There
the
you go,
beard.
man.
I want to see it.
Yeah, Whitney, what do you think?
Of
Should
what?
he grow the beard?
Whitney's a fan of facial hair, man. She always wants me to fucking like anytime I shave, man, I'm gonna go shower and shave and stuff. She's just like, "Yeah, don't shave." Like, what the fuck?
I just
What is
want to
that?
see it.
Oh, okay.
I want to see
You
it
should
to believe it.
just grow a mustache.
Yeah,
Just
but honestly,
No.
I think
Yes,
real,
just do
for
it.
real, like the growing process in between the actual full beard part.
I think it looks so
I'll
cool.
look pretty like I'll look like a because I have such a baby face. I'll look like a teenager who's just
Dude,
fucking
I'm the same way.
so-
When I'm clean shaven,
just-
I look weird as fuck.
Yeah,
you do.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, it works for you, Roselle. I think we should.
No,
do that.
the hair works.
Here in Ottawa, we have Bell and Rogers, but I've never heard of Taco Time or whatever it is. Please explain.
This is a good story, man. This is a good fucking story.
What is okay? So a little
It's funny
lay the
how
groundwork here.
it's hilarious to me that Taco Time has stuck so long.
Yeah.
Because this started in like 2006 while I was playing a game called Gears of War, which you guys know.
No, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, so
So you say, oh, this is some Taco Time internet when the internet's really bad?
when the internet's really bad. Because when I was playing Gears of War, my main crew, which you guys can find like online moments with Beiruti, this is where like
I
you guys
remember
saw
this.
I remember this.
the Yun moments and like just some crazy shit. I was really close and I still am very close with them. They're my brothers from Brooklyn. Jesus.
Shout outs to Brooklyn.
Jesus and Alex, shout outs to you guys. You guys are amazing. They've moved on a lot in life. They don't play games as much anymore. But anyways, they would play with Jesus' cousin. I think at one point he was the guy who was really drunk in one of the videos, and he was kind of like making all these noises. And at one point he had really bad internet, but he lived right beside a Taco Bell.
Taco Time or Taco
No,
Bell?
it was a Taco Bell. Alright? But the Taco Bell had free Wi-Fi. So this dude literally was stealing the Wi-Fi from Taco Bell. But the thing about Gears of War 1 that a lot of you guys who played it or not, it had
That host advantage.
it
dog.
had a huge thing about host advantage.
Oh my god.
It was whoever was host was 10 times better than everyone else. And I'm not exaggerating because the game did not have dedicated servers and everything. So, there was literally techniques in the game that you were able to do only if you weren't host. Like there was something called the karate flip where you were actually able to like fly in the air and shit.
This is some hardcore
Yeah,
Gears
no,
of War
I
shit.
was really hardcore into Gears of War.
I remember, dude.
Yeah, so we would call his internet the Taco Bell internet, right? So anytime anyone had shitty internet, it's like this motherfucker's running on Taco Bell, dog.
Taco Time.
No, and then eventually
Oh, okay.
we were like, what's the only thing that's worse than Taco Bell? And that was Taco Time.
No, for real though, Taco Time is like the poor man's Taco Bell.
Exactly. So
That's the only thing we have here.
Have you guys ever seen the standalone Taco Time? They're always just in food courts.
Back in
Yeah.
the day,
Yeah.
back in the day, back
there's
in the
not
day.
very many Taco Bells in Canada too. I
But-
feel like I see more Taco Times.
one in Loki. That's it.
Oh my
Oh, yo.
To answer your question, that's how it started. It was like, what's the only thing
Taco
worse
Time
than
wasn't
Taco?
that bad, man.
It wasn't bad, but it was.
Still pretty
I would say it was. It's worse than.
I'm not saying it's proper Mexican.
Let the
food.
Mexican. Let the
I mean,
Mexican.
I know
If
there's.
you're craving for a fix, it wasn't that bad. Like it had some good shit.
Well,
Drop the chalupa.
I guess it's the equivalent. Like it's the equivalent of going and sniffing glue. I mean, like you got good drugs and you got bad drugs.
Yeah.
You know, you got Mexican food and you got bad Mexican food.
Listen,
I mean, if you need a fix, then yeah, you go sniff glue or go like drink enough like a mouthwash.
Ben definitely grew up in that. Like I've tasted Ben's mom's cooking. And
Oh, thank God you said cooking.
yeah. What the hell are you thinking? What's wrong with Bertel, no more beers for you, dog. You're done. All right.
He was like mid-say. He wasn't even done. He was like on his way to finishing his sentence. We all know where he was going, but thank God you said.
But anyways, you can go on. You can go on with the questions, Bertel.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
That was
Questions. That's it.
Anyway, taco time. Shitty internet.
Yeah, shitty internet. Shitty internet.
I remember when I first met you, Barry, you were playing Gears of War. I was
Probably, dude. That's a really big part of my life for sure. I
remember
love that
like
game.
back when it was probably like 2006.
Yeah.
And I became friends with your brother, and I came over to your house. And you're fucking
Dude.
my headset on, fucking Gears of War.
Dude,
Yeah.
yeah,
Were you in
that
your
was
underwear?
pretty.
No, that was only you, dude. That was only you.
This was at your
Yeah,
place
I was bald and
right by the church's chicken.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a dude, man. That was,
Hey man, Church is drinking 24 hours now.
I was like 11 years ago, dude.
dude, man. The impact Gears of War had was like
How'd you the best?
crazy, and I think it just in the game industry they really mastered that cover mechanics. But any more questions from him? I think we answered everything for you, buddy. What's his name?
Sorry.
All those
It's
either.
Pivot Point.
Yeah, pivot
Thank you for those
Pivot
questions.
points.
Those are some good questions there.
Oh shit.
Word.
Next email from Pivot Point. Don't read that last email. I had too much caffeine. Those were good questions, though.
That was a
dude.
good question. That was a
Good
good question.
questions,
Yeah.
man. Don't worry about that shit.
Shouts out to Ottawa.
Yeah.
Since you guys last did top tier, any weird or funny shit have you seen at conventions?
Well, you guys did
This is
that.
me and Barry.
Yeah,
I
think
didn't go to one convention.
Dude, I think the last convention I went to was Anime Revolution. It was last year.
Wow, that's a long.
I didn't go to it this year. I passed.
I went.
Did you pass as well?
What have we
I haven't
seen?
gone to him since,
We've
like,
seen. I went
2014.
I do. I made the big mistake last time I went of rooming with your brother.
Oh, the shot! I remember the story. You guys.
Here we go.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
That was the
I'm ready.
party. Yeah, that was the party room,
Yeah,
dog.
that's what it was. Yeah, so it was just two beds. You know, Boris and Kimmy and then me and Chriselle.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it was totally fine. But it was just like, yo, man, if we have some people over, I'm just like, yeah, that's cool.
That was your mistake. That was the end. Right
I remember
there.
I walked into that room late and I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
That was mistake number one, dude. And next, was person after person after person just keeps rolling into our room, and our room eventually became into like a hotel
And
party.
it was noise complaints too, man.
Yeah, dude, because
Noise
I remember
complaints.
I was just like, you know what, if we're gonna do a hotel party, fuck it, the room's under Boris's name, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Just start punching holes in the wall.
So I'm drinking Kraken, I'm double fisting.
Hold on, what's happened? What's happened since we quit top tier?
What happened?
Drinking crack?
Kraken, it's a type of rum.
Oh,
Okay.
crack and rum.
God, dude. Y'all just gotta chill. Y'all gotta chill. Who
Ben
drinks
and I-
crack?
Yo, man.
Ben and I were about to take you
You went to the hotel to East Hastings, man.
I was like, man, you need Jesus in your life.
And
dog.
dude, that room was packed. It smelled like shit. Okay, there was so many people in that fucking room. You can believe.
There's a lot of people. Thankfully, no one was doing something too reckless.
No one was doing too reckless.
Yeah,
Yeah, I came by just doing that. I was already
You
downtown.
did,
Yeah,
that's
I
right.
came by and I was like, this room, man. It was already like, it was like the middle of the day and there was already like there was people there.
Because there was people coming in and out
I
all
was like, this is not
day.
like comfortable, dog.
Yeah.
Because we were, like, the convention was here, and even though it's in our own fucking city, me and Boris booked a hotel.
Bertel was just laying in his bed looking at it, just drinking drinks.
Drinking crack.
Drinking crack, yeah.
And so, at the convention, people have, like, they have, like, a coat check, right? Where you pay, like, $5 and you can leave your bag or whatever. So we basically became, like, a shitload of people's coat check.
Yeah.
Because people were
Should
just...
charge people, man.
Yeah, I should.
Should have charged them, man.
$2.
Yeah.
Because our room was just like, because Boris knows so many people in the community, the con community especially, right? And so we were just like, it was just fucking nonstop. There were so many people, and so by nighttime, everyone had a bunch of drinks. There's like a liquor store just downstairs, And I remember I was chilling with Roman. We're by the door, and I'm drinking, and I hear this loud bam, bam, bam at the door. I'm just like, oh fuck, what was that? And I was the closest one to the door. There was literally probably 30 to 40 people in our room, in a hotel room. It's insane.
Was there really 30 about that? Really? It wasn't that crowded.
Dude,
You're all up. So, okay, so there's a
I
knock
would
at the
guess
door.
like 20,
Wait, what day- no, what
which is
day
still
did
a
you
lot for that room.
Dude, it was
Anime Revolution.
there was a lot of people in our room. It was a big room.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, there's like 2 bathrooms in this room. And I look through the door. There's two
bathrooms.
just 2 people in black suits. I'm just like, oh fuck! And they probably heard that on the other side of the door. They knocked, boop, boop, boop. Oh fuck!
All right, everyone, hide.
And then and so whatever. We got a huge ass noise complaint. Roman, what a champ, dude! Talked those guys down.
Yeah.
He sent them packing. We basically we kicked everyone out at that point.
Yeah,
But it's so funny because I remember Crystal was really mad because she was talking to this one guy who was like resting his drink like on our bed. And she's like, oh, don't rest you not just be careful with your drink. And he's like,
Dumb thing to do, too.
and he's like, don't worry, I won't spill it.
Spilled it.
And so later on that night, after everyone's left, she sits down, fucking big ass wet spot on her
my
fucking bed,
God.
dude.
Oh, God.
And I was like, ah, fuck. And she was so pissed.
Yeah.
But that was the
Blame
last
her.
con I went to. That was
Who
actually
the hell
legit.
rests a drink on a fucking bed?
I'll tell you
Weebs,
who
dog.
later.
Weebs.
The con, man, the con community.
Yeah, how stupid do you have to? Would you put your drink on a couch? Like, no.
Yeah, that's
You don't
stupid
do
as
that
hell.
shit.
Why you fucking? Who the fuck? Idiot.
There you go, man. Well, and so then that's why Ratel stopped going to the con.
Because my bed, I was trying to sleep and my legs were wet. I'm just like, ugh.
Oh, that's the worst.
It is though, dude. It is though. You got
I've never had that either, but I can imagine it's just like
you
the
got
worst
big
thing
ass
ever.
wet spot like near the entire
What drink
foot
was
of
it?
the bed.
Do you know?
I don't remember.
It was
It
pee.
was probably just. I think it was just beer, dude.
So someone was drinking his crack, spilled it all over his bed.
Who drank my crack?
Someone's pouring one out for the homies.
But in terms of conventions, I don't know. Overall, like
You
how-
guys
always
went to
see-
PAX,
I
but I
mean,
mean, I
I
don't know
always
if
see
that
some.
counts,
You always see smelly people, and you see some.
You see the smell.
I mean, dude, you can see the smell because you can see the sweat stains. And shit.
I remember
Like,
at
you can
PAX,
see-
dude, poor Chriselle. She always has, like my girlfriend, she always has the worst experiences. Last time we went to PAX, she says, all right, she brushes up against this dude. And she told me
Yeah.
her arm is wet.
Oh, God.
It's literally like glistening, dude, in the
Think about-
fucking like.
Think about the VR setups, Ratel.
No, I never. I have.
I mean, they started to, like-
never demoed VR.
They've started to actually like wipe them down more, but it's still like I still
it the whole time.
I don't care. I don't care, dude. If 1,000 people put that shit on their face, I'm not putting it on.
I know.
You tried the PSVR thing I demoed for you.
Probably licked that.
You know how many people use that shit?
No, you can go fuck yourself.
And I wiped it down, but
That
like
doesn't count.
it wasn't.
I only did it because you and Chanel were there, and I was like, I want to visit my friends.
You wanted to try the PSVR. You were so stoked to try that shit.
It was funny. I bought a PSVR
That day. Yo, dude, and sales skills.
VR, the first time you tried it, it's
You've
actually
been making commissions on
it's
that
a religious experience. The first time,
it's
it really
insane.
is. It's the first time you're ever fully immersed into
Dude,
something.
man, I was
and,
Batman. Forget
oh,
you on that.
yeah.
I was freaking Batman.
But that's
So
the problem, though.
intense.
Speaking of Batman, just the games are too thin. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Batman was like a
sure.
1 hour experience, not even.
Was it?
24-hour
I think
stream
so,
this year,
yeah.
Bear. You are playing RE7.
Oh no!
You
I'll shit my pants.
are
I'll shit my
playing
pants.
RE7 in VR.
No, the first thing I thought of when I tried
Yes.
VR, when I tried the Vive was the first thing that I tried at
You
work.
doing it, dog.
We had it set up in the studio, and it was like we had this huge play space, and it was so much fun. But the first thing I thought, I was like, if I had to play like PT or like a horror game,
Oh,
on this,
fuck no.
I think I would actually shit my
Dude,
pants.
horror
Like,
games are
Fuck that.
scary
It's
as
like-
fucking
it's-
VR.
no.
It's so immersive,
Yeah,
man.
man,
It's the
it's like-
sound that fucks you up. It's not the actual
No,
visual.
no, dude.
It's the sound.
Everything
Don't worry,
fucks
yo,
me
they
up
got
a
adult
little bit.
diapers, dude. They got you, man. They got your back with them
Dude,
huggies,
dude.
man.
I don't think I ever want to experience horror. Like if I like PT especially, if that had a VR port of some sort.
Dog, you just
that.
close your eyes, dog.
I can't even play the game.
Game over.
Don't you just like hear that shit if you got the
Yeah,
headset
that's
on?
what I'm telling you. It's the sounds that fuck you up.
No,
more than
but-
that.
It is.
still
Well,
get
because
messed up, dude.
VR is so immersive, right? And all you see is you're in the world.
Yeah.
And the first thing I learned when I was getting into video was like, when you see a production, 51% of it is audio. Audio is so important, and 49% is video. And just the audio really gets. So even if you close your eyes, dude, you will fucking.
The audio is way worse than
Dude,
that.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, when RE7 first came out, I did a big ass stream. I was in there for 2.5 hours,
Yeah.
What the
non-stop in VR in Resident Evil 7. And dude, when I took it off, I was just like,
Yeah, it is. Dude,
You're not supposed to play that long.
I know,
remember
you're not
they
supposed
recommend
to.
that.
Dude.
Yeah.
Stop every hour.
They don't recommend, but
Take
that's the
15-minute
problem
breaks.
with VR. I think it's too much of these shorter,
true.
gimmicky experiences where we really need to get to the point where it's like you can play something longer.
I think-
Maybe Bethesda will do that with
We need
Doom
that
VR
sword
and
art, man.
Fallout VR.
but I mean,
But-
I think VR is always going to have that hindrance, you know?
It will.
It's
yeah.
always going to be no
Yeah.
one like when someone wants to come down back home from work and unwind for a day.
They don't want to go in VR.
They don't want to go in VR. They want to slide back on their couch, play whatever,
Turn-based.
something chill, dude. Like VR is a lot of setup. You're in there, and it's like,
well, that
dude,
will
playing
tone
RE7,
down.
it's not a relaxful experience.
Yeah, yeah.
And most VR games, not a relaxful experience.
No.
Relaxful
The setup
Relaxful.
right now for VR is way too much. Like PSVR has like so many
Savage.
cables and it's crazy. That's gonna tone down. Like we're gonna get to a point, I think probably a year from now or 2 years from now, where I guarantee you VR will be wireless, and that's I think
Yeah.
where it's
Now.
really gonna be really
I
good.
think that's a huge step. And then
That is
it
huge
needs to
step.
happen, but
yeah, it is a lot of
there's so
kind
much
of
data in
information to
between,
send. Yeah.
like
send
video,
that comment.
audio, and then your input. Like,
Mm-hmm.
holy shit, dude.
Because that's the thing with the Vive is like the fact that you have a play space and it's amazing. The fact that you're kind of tangled by the cables
Yeah.
of the behind you is like the worst part
Holy
about
shit.
it. But
All right, let's keep on moving. It's
go ahead.
10 o'clock. It's 10:08 already.
Yeah.
And
how many
still-
hours have we going for?
We've been, well, we started about
7-ish.
well,
Past 7?
7:45
Right.
by the time we actually we started late.
Okay, we'll see.
Okay, we're gonna plow through these questions. It's already 10. We want to do an after stream, so let's keep on plowing through these questions. Gary Law, your fucking roommate slash landlord,
My landlord, dog. He lives
says,
upstairs.
Tell me about that Nemesis dog.
Yo!
Tell him later. Yeah.
No, I saw that Nemesis. It's rough.
What?
Oh, yo!
I haven't been meaning on Nemesis.
No.
He's too slow. He's too
Just a
slow.
question.
I think Nemesis is better in this game.
That was his
okay,
question.
keep going.
All right, this is what's up, guys? It's your boy Jerry,
Jerry!
the
Prince
Prince.
is back.
And seeing you guys together makes it
He
very
never left.
nostalgic for me and everyone. It was great drawing for you guys. As for me, I'm still drawing from time to time and slowly trying to get out of a slump. Here's my question.
Hell yeah.
What was your personal favorite moment from the top tier streams?
So before we get into that, Jerry, I hear you're getting into Flash animation. I need to talk to you because I will pay you for.
Okay,
making
dude,
Flash.
DM him.
Yeah.
Come on.
I just want to know, confirm with us on the chat or whatnot that you
I
did Flash.
DM'd him for my Bachelor T-shirt, so you can see that.
Oh,
It's pretty sick.
I want to see this.
I-
haven't seen it yet?
The official
you need to show
Mattel
me.
Everyone saw
Factor.
it.
Favorite top tier
Why
moment,
didn't you show
dog.
me anything?
Mine?
Yeah, we'll start this way.
Honestly, man, I was just chilling with you guys. Like in all honesty, because we don't get to see much each other much nowadays. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking back, it's like, damn, that's some pretty good times.
We had some great times
Yeah.
with the podcast,
yeah.
dude. It was almost just like an excuse to get everyone together. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That's true. Yeah. And yeah, we did streams afterwards. We had nights when we were playing F-Zero until 5 a.m. Which
When I had work the next morning.
When Rattel had work the next morning, but we were a couple of bums who were just
Yeah.
laying in his house. Like it was fun, man. It's memories like that like you never forget.
Yeah.
You know, for the rest of your life, and that's
was-
really fun.
it was-
You know, we may not have the biggest audience.
No, it's
But-
never been about the numbers.
Yeah, but it's like having some of you guys talk with us and people, and we had a lot of people emailing us in and
Yeah.
Around the
chatting with
world?
us, and and that's what meant the most.
Yeah,
you know?
people watch from we had so many Australian fans
Sri
because
Lanka.
we had people from Europe, we had people
What
from
was it?
Trinidad.
Trinidad.
Everywhere.
Australia's top 3 places for me to visit for sure.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
so I was gonna say, for me, that was my highlight. Like, it was just like actually like knowing, like hearing from you guys, and like knowing that we're able to actually, like, I don't know if we helped any of you, but it was just nice to be able to talk, and you tell us about your problems. We talked about them.
We
again,
gave probably some
follow-up.
terrible
You-
advice.
You know, like the next week hearing about how you did, and just knowing that you're doing better. Like,
Never gonna forget
for me, that
Reese's Pieces, dude.
was Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces.
Do you remember that shit?
I don't remember Reese's Pieces.
I don't remember Reese's Pieces. That sounds so familiar.
Chatty's Reese's Pieces.
What was this?
It's a girl.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
remember. I don't remember.
Okay, but yeah, I don't know. That was the highlight for me. It was just like the community again. Like it definitely wasn't about the numbers. It was just the quality
Yeah.
Yeah.
opposed to the quantity. So yeah.
Yeah, and it's sad, I'm not sad, but it's crazy to think that that's all memories now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
They're still
it's
here.
I mean, you guys know what I'm saying. You guys are here. But I'm just saying like how much everyone's grown. Like you guys as well have probably moved on so much.
Our audience
Or,
has
yeah.
probably grown because it's been 5 years for us. But it's been 5 years for our
Yeah, I mean,
audience as well.
actually,
Probably going up.
speaking
So
of-
many of our
speaking
audience members are like OG, right?
Yeah, speaking of Jerry, actually, like props to you. I mean, I've seen your artwork, and I think you did like a comparison of your art from like 2012 to like now, and like how much you've
That's
grown.
5 years, man.
Yeah, I know, like just how much the growth has been, and that's just cool to see. So, this question kind of also reflects back at you with, you know.
But yeah, shoutouts. I actually met Jerry 2 years ago.
Oh,
You
that's right,
did.
yeah, we went to WrestleMania.
Was that 2 years ago? Was that
2 years ago, you met Jerry.
3 years ago now, I think.
It's funny, we met Toasty. I know you probably met him before.
Yeah.
But I met Toasty last year at Evo.
That was so funny.
Oh yeah, I think I met him before that. Yeah,
And, you know,
I'm a Canada Cup.
and, you know, we spent the entire Evo weekend together. He even came over to our place, had some beers. It was so much fun.
Toasty's a good
Yeah,
guy, dude.
that was a
It
good
was a
one.
great time.
Toasty's a real life troll.
He really is a real life troll.
He's a
Yeah, it's such great
he's a
time.
great guy.
How about you, Luke?
Yo, I had so much joy putting Retitus together.
Yo, Lou, I was straight up.
Legendary.
I was thinking about that literally like a week ago because I think Jerry's profile picture on Facebook is retired, and I was thinking, I was like, fucking Luke killed it with this shit. Like I know that was like a Photoshop picture that's on there, but I was thinking about like the actual like video, like when you, I was like, how the fuck did you do that in one day? Like there's cosplayers who spend months to get that similar look.
Hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
And my fucking
much.
face in Jerry's picture.
Where there's a will, there's a way, man. I'm telling you. I found all those pieces
that-
so fast. Everything it was perfect. Everything was,
was
where I
meant to
needed it to
be.
be. And
That was some untapped talent right there.
Yo,
dude. That
wasn't that like a woman's like
Yo, guys,
It was so
and real
all of it
quick,
was from the ladies section.
you know, the Value Village that we bought that from has shut down since then.
Yeah.
So rest in peace to that Value Village.
Yeah.
It is gone.
It's
You
like
know, it'll be much
by the
harder to
casino
make
now.
Retitus now.
So sad.
it's by the casino now.
You still
I
have
know,
it here,
but still.
don't you? Yeah, he's got Retitus here. Can you put it on for us?
24-hour stream.
Okay.
All right, talk for
Tune
you,
back
man.
in.
We wouldn't be here without you. So
That's true, that's true.
What's been the highlight? Why do you still keep doing this? 5 years later, why the heck are you still doing this to
Well, I
yourself?
mean, do you know what? The top tier has always been like, you know, I've done YouTube for a long time. 6 years, pretty much. And you know what? Top tier was always my passion project. Like, you know, we always, like, I did a lot of, like, the Let's Plays and whatever. But the podcast is definitely the body of work that I'm most proud of. So there's so many good fucking memories I have with top tier. I always love doing the Christmas streams.
Yeah,
Those
that's
are
my
so
favorite.
fun.
Absolutely, I think my fondest memories are doing the Christmas streams. I remember that one year I had that extra gift. When we did top tier trivia.
Oh my god.
And your boy Lou won.
Yo, Lou was smart though. 'Cause he was living here at the time. He slid that shit under your bed and it still stayed here like a freaking Dibbit box or some shit.
Can't get rid of it.
Just straight Dibbit box, man. That shit's gonna haunt you forever, dog.
But you know, every year, man, because we did a couple of the Christmas streams and they were so fun. The gift exchange was always super fun.
Yes.
Yeah, and then the top tier trivia, and I re-gifted the costume that Lou made for me right back to him.
You're gonna re-gift my shit. I re-gift
Yeah,
it
no,
back
you
to
can't
you.
be
That
doing
was so
shit.
good.
That's
I think
yours,
if I
man.
won, I would have actually kept that shit.
It's still here. though.
I made that specifically for. I put so much work into that.
Yeah,
shit.
but I think it worked out. You winning was the best possible outcome.
Yeah,
because it should have stayed here.
For
You know,
sure,
when you
for
really
sure.
think about it.
Past
The best timeline, dude.
Yeah, that's best. That was a timeline I wanted to live in.
Of course.
How about you, Bear?
For me, alongside growing with the audience and talking with the audience, I think it was just getting to know you guys more
That's true.
too.
yeah.
You know, like for me, that was like I knew you guys, but I wasn't super close.
Right.
And I think the podcast got me really close with you guys and got to know your interests.
'Cause,
Just nights like that, even after the stream, or just playing games and the Bermuda Triangle and me getting salty. And,
I remember the first time that you came over back at my old house at Joyce.
Yeah. Yes, I
Oh
do
my
remember that.
god, do you remember that?
Yeah, I
When
do
we-
remember that.
Bear came over and we played Slender.
We played Slender. Yeah, I was
Oh
fucking
my
creeped out
God,
as fuck.
dude.
And I played Project M for the first time.
Yeah, that's right. I introduced you to Project
You
M.
know, that place was small. You were alone, but it was really cozy.
Yeah,
you know, it was a
very
really nice
Yeah.
kind of spot
Miss my old
for you.
place,
Yeah,
man.
it was good on its own. I mean, this place is great too. Don't get me wrong, but Yeah, that I think was the highlight for me, was just like the stories and the fact that we all got to know each other.
Yeah.
You know, from that, you know, I just had memories with each of you guys individually after that. Whether it's playing games with Rattel or, you know, chilling with Ben, him playing Pain at my house till 4 a.m. or something like that.
Oh my god, dude.
Was
that my copy of Pain?
No, I think I got it. I never shared with you on PS3.
That's true.
I went to Whistler with Billy for a special thing that I won't talk about because we saw footage.
Wait,
That was a nice drive, but that drive was really memorable to me.
I
'cause we went
remember
to-
this story, but I forget exactly what it's
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's not. But it was a snowy day, and we drove for like 2 hours to like a location that's far away from here. And you know, Billy, we just had a lot of good talks, and you know, it's good.
We got to
And,
know each other really well.
I got to know Lou more from that too, so it's good.
Santos.
Whitney.
Oh shit, man.
Always flexing.
Fucking Whitney, man.
I don't know. I'm very grateful that I got added onto this. I mean, I moved out here. I didn't really know anyone that well, and then you guys all became my friend. So.
That's true. Yeah, that is true.
Wait, I was your.
You didn't. You.
Wow, Billy! I thought we were friends.
Why did that pop off?
That's funny. You know what though? Like, speaking of Billy though, and making friends with Billy. Billy's the type of dude who's like. I think Billy's motto was like no new friends. You know, he's very once he gets to know you, right? He's forever with you. But like anyone else outside of the circle, he doesn't fuck with them too much.
It's true.
But to even get Billy's trust is like.
It's hard.
It's a hard. Yeah,
It
it's
took me a long time to get
Yeah,
Billy's trust.
and I'm very grateful that I even was able to get to that point because. Yeah, Billy's very small circle type of person. If you guys don't know that, so
Like, Billy, we went to high school together.
yeah.
We've been friends. We played on the same hockey team. He's my landlord, and I still am not sure if I have his trust, man.
Yeah. No, you do. I've seen Billy's animosity towards other people.
You're just
Oh, yes.
down here though. You're just.
I'm still down there, right? Just fucking with you.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks so much for the question, Jerry.
Jetty.
The Prince.
That's German.
What the
head.
fuck
That's
is this?
German head, right
There you
there.
go.
That's
So,
what they want.
if you never had German head, is the best. What's up, guys? It's your boy MK Toasty Wins.
Yo!
Yo, shout outs to Toasty, man.
Yeah, do a shout out to Toast. Do it. Actually, out of all of my,
Toasty, you
My
smart,
followers.
man. You smart. You loyal.
out of all of my followers, MK Toasty Wins, for all the shit he talks, has been the most fucking loyal. It's insane. I'll just put on a random stream on some random night, unannounced, completely no schedule. Within 30 seconds, he's there.
Yeah.
What up, cunts? So shout out to Toasty, man.
Toasty's
You're
a good
awesome.
guy. He's alongside all of the jokes we make about him being a troll and all this Rattel talk, which we love, except Rattel. Yeah, he's really stuck by our side. So we appreciate that. So let's see this. This is a long one. Holy shit.
There's a wall of
Shit,
text.
man, no.
When I saw the news about the podcast coming back for one last episode, I knew I had to write in to express my thanks.
Aww.
It's hard to believe it's been 5 whole years since episode 1. It feels so strange to look back at this show and remember the times I would just sit in front of my computer every Thursday night waiting to watch you guys on Twitch. When I first started watching the podcast, I was just some shitty high school kid, but now I'm in my 4th year of university.
What the f-
Looking back, I can really see and appreciate all the hard work you guys put into this podcast, especially Rattel, who keeps his chin held high despite the fact that his nose is the size of a motherfucking pickup truck. It was so good!
That was so good.
What happened?
That's still good. It's still good.
What the fuck happened? We were doing so good. I thought we were breaking some new grounds here, Toasty. This is my moderator.
Damn, man.
Yes.
Smart.
Go on, keep
Great
going.
line, a
Yeah.
great
I know it's
line.
longer than
Anyways,
that.
go on,
Anyways,
go on,
I've
go on.
included a special question for this email. It's a would you rather, and it's pretty fucking
Oh
stupid.
shit, man.
Oh my god.
However, you guys may enjoy answering it, so here it is. Hold on, let me just proofread this real quick. Jesus Christ,
Is it
Toasty.
bad?
It's pretty bad.
Like how bad?
I'm not gonna answer this.
Yeah, that's
Am I gonna answer
Let's
this?
do
would
it.
you rather
Oh no.
have sex with a girl who has the mind of an 18-year-old but the body of a 10-year-old.
Oh.
Fucking toast.
What the fuck,
And the body of an 18-year-old.
Oh my god.
Well, that's all I have to say. Keep being illiterate, Rattel from MK Toasty Wins. I don't think we're going to acknowledge that
No,
question.
I don't think so.
But thank you.
Thanks, Toasty.
Thank you for the sentiment. MK Toasty Wins.
Holy shit.
This is my Twitch moderator. I really appreciate all the commitment over all of these years, dog.
Yo.
Cut it, dog. Cut it.
That was 0 to 100. Super quick.
No, it went up and then down.
This is why we
Question.
this is why we proofread shit.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, that's question, dude.
No, we're not gonna answer that.
No.
Let me just proofread this one real quick.
Oh,
Is it still MK?
This is from Cheesy Man 1001, who I think is in the chat. with
Who
us
is
too.
Cheesy Man though?
Cheesy Man.
I've seen him in the chat. Who
He's
is
in
he?
the chat. I don't. He's an old school top tier.
Okay.
What's up? Missed the hell out of you guys. Oh, we got another follower
Yo.
on Twitch. Thank you. I don't have the notifications on screen, but I hear you.
Good job.
Go make sure you go to youtube.com/RatelFactor too.
Thanks, Dog.
Like and subscribe.
I'm increasing my PayPal
I know.
payments
I
right now.
fucked it up. I fucked it up.
Can we
So,
do it now?
We're almost done here.
Okay.
What is up? Missed the hell out of you guys. Can't believe how long it has been. But on to my question. What are you most excited for? It can be a movie, game, or life in general. And Rattel, when are you gonna get that nose surgery?
Oh, wow.
Gonna go bigger or what? From a Day One podcast viewer / listener.
Holy
Thank
shit,
you, Cheesy man. I'll disregard that last sentence. What are you guys looking forward to? Billy, it's gotta be your wedding, dog.
Yeah, bachelor party, wedding.
Now, your bachelor party first. Let's go.
We're going in chronological order.
Of course.
Chronological order. Okay, the reason why is I already got everything laid out for the bachelor party, and because the wedding is gonna be a little bit more bigger, that I'm not gonna have that intimacy with you guys.
It's okay.
No, it's exactly.
Yeah. So no, it's great.
Just sit all of us at a table and we'll have a great time.
Yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen. So, it's pretty much
Billy,
it.
we have to get a photo together.
So is that just like? Well, yeah, we'll definitely get.
Oh, we'll get
We'll get pics.
We'll get pics. Like I already have. Like I planned. Well, I didn't plan shit, but Daphne planned like. We got the photographer, we got the videographer, we got the venues already.
Yeah.
Now she's
So
picking her
excited.
dress. She has pictures. You can show her.
Who's your best man?
I actually do not have.
You're
a
going best manless?
I am.
Doesn't the best man? Who gives? Are you gonna? Who's gonna give a
Homies,
speech?
man.
You're just gonna
Best
have
man
us all.
usually gives.
Do you know
a
what?
You're gonna have us all give a speech.
Do you know what I'm gonna do is when I'm
Open mic.
pretty much open mic, like
Oh, okay.
for the dudes.
Yeah.
For the
So you
dudes.
want me to give you a speech?
Do you know what? You guys can do whatever the fuck you want.
Whoa!
If you guys, I'm giving the people at my bachelor party open season for actually going into and doing a fucking speech you guys want to.
Lou, man, you gonna do a speech?
I'll say something. I'll say a few words.
You guys can say something. I don't give a shit. As long as we're gonna have like
live
almost
stream that shit.
Yeah.
We're going that IRL stream, dog.
Yeah.
Live stream just the speeches.
The Facebook Live,
Your
baby.
45-second
Yeah.
stream.
Yeah, well, it's that's what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna. And that's too hard to choose. Like Bear said, I have a close circle of friends. If I
No
like
new
you guys
friends.
in my life,
No new friends.
Yeah, I rarely have new friends. The reason why is because trust is so hard to actually gain these days, and I don't want people fucking breaking it.
Well, I mean, like, look at us, dude. We've been, 10 years ago, our fucking grad, we're same table.
Yeah.
Who was sitting at our grad table 10 years ago? Me, Lou, Ben,
Not me.
Billy,
She wasn't born
Boris.
yet, but if you had been born, you would have been there.
Like,
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. Like, I've had the same circle of friends for a long
Yeah.
time, and I honestly no fucking regrets because you
Yeah.
guys are the best.
Yeah. Oh wow, thanks, Raquel. You're right.
Whoa!
Thanks, dog.
All right, it's pretty good, man. But that's how I feel. Like,
I mean, I'm assuming that it's like the wedding coming up, bachelor party. It's kind of like all consuming. You don't really like. That's probably what you're looking forward to the most.
yeah, that's the only thing I'm really looking forward to right now. Other than that,
You went to Thailand, didn't you?
I just did. Yeah, that's why I'm like I got nothing else to look forward to for the wedding.
Yeah.
Thailand, Hong Kong was dope.
That's cool.
Ben.
What am I looking? I was just thinking about it. Oh boy, Arcade Fire. Gonna see Arcade Fire next month.
Oh damn.
So I'm super excited about that.
Do they have another album out
Yeah,
besides
they
the last one they did?
Yeah, everything now.
That's a real. That's like actually that's the best song from the album, in my opinion.
Hey, no,
my humble
that's good. No, I respect it. No, it's good. It's a great song. It is a great song. So I mean, I saw them on their last tour, which was phenomenal. So I'm super. That was the best show I've seen. But yeah. That and yeah, once the show, because we shoot for about 7 months. We finished shooting around end of February. Although I heard rumors for end of March for this season.
So
But-
when you guys wrap, do you have like a long off period or what's
Yeah.
the,
So
what's the
then
dealio?
after we're done, then I'm not working until at least I'm not working with this show
Right.
until July.
Yeah, that's
So-
the thing about the movie industry. That's why some people get stuck in such a work loop, because sometimes when you deny, you want to take a break. That's kind of hard to get back into it. But yeah, it's kind of one of those things where, yeah, it's
Go, Billy, go.
it's as much work as you want, right? And then you get those
Exactly.
breaks. But that's a good way to do it.
I mean, just playing it smart, trying, hold on to some money, not spend it all. So when that comes, I mean, I definitely want to take a month off, and that's what I'm looking forward to. Is because right now I hardly hang out with Damien, and she's been such a G. Shouts out to Damien because again, she's just been
The
super
wife?
supportive,
Wifey,
and
wife.
and I'm never home. I'm really like we only have weekends,
Yeah.
and but yeah. So then once,
You guys still owe me dinner.
yeah, no, we gotta get you over for dinner.
What about me, dog? What the
You know,
fuck?
fuck him.
You don't even call me.
I know you're
No,
on set,
Damien
dog.
visits me. Right? We're like this.
Yeah, but in any case, what I'm excited for is once we wrap with this show, just having some time off and then actually having like a proper honeymoon and going somewhere like
that's awesome.
Yeah.
we haven't decided where, but I mean we have a whole world to explore. So
Don't make sure,
That's
make sure
what-
it's not El
that's almost-
Salvador.
yeah, go
Damn.
Take her back home, dude.
so yeah, so that those are two things I'm excited for.
Yeah,
All right.
that's awesome, man.
Lutic's on.
I guess a quick answer and a more immediate front. I'm just really looking forward to making this Divinity 2 campaign
Yeah.
on Game Master mode.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna be so fun. We'll stream that shit, and you guys will love it. It's gonna be fun.
Stay tuned, man.
Yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned.
I'm excited
Guys,
for that
make
shit.
sure
It's gonna be fun.
Again, follow Lou on fucking Instagram.
Wait, you
And follow
You're on the
this
Xbox
Divinity 2
or
campaign.
PC.
Follow it on Retel Factor because we're gonna stream that shit.
Yeah, we'll stream it on Retel Factor.
Yeah.
What am I looking forward to? I'm looking forward to for the longest time. This was what I was looking forward to, getting the top tier guys back together. So this is awesome.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm going on vacation in December, going to Disney World. Woo!
Yeah,
What?
that's
You're
right.
going?
For Christmas, it's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be a good
Can't
time.
fucking wait.
Lucky.
Yo, so we're not gonna have a Christmas stream?
I'm going in mid-December, so I'm not going on Christmas.
Okay.
But so I'm going from December like 10th to 17th or something
Oh,
like
okay.
that. So I'm really looking forward to it because me and my girlfriend, Chriselle, we're such children at heart, So we love Disney, we love all of that stuff. So I can't wait to go, and it's gonna be so much fun. Yeah,
My turn?
Yeah, man.
I am looking forward to Canada Cup.
woo!
To go out there and I mean in terms of games, and Lou answered with gaming, I mean I actually said for Monster Hunter World is probably the most game I'm most excited for.
I think Mario Odyssey for me is probably the one I'm most hyped for.
Yeah,
Are you excited about you're getting Mario?
I'm gonna
Odyssey?
get Mario
Woo,
Odyssey as
woo,
well.
woo,
Yeah,
woo.
I'm pretty excited for that too, for sure. But I think Monster Hunter World is probably my like number one game that I'm most excited to play. But just I don't know, just the future. I think I need to get to the point where Lou has gotten recently, where I need to find the balance of my own passion and work.
Sure.
And I feel like that's what I really need to find. Kind of, yeah, to really be able to do my YouTube, because I really realized, like, when I came back to YouTube, I realized like how much I loved it and how much I missed it. I do want to put a little bit more quality to my stuff instead of just Let's Plays.
The audience missed it too, dog.
No, it's a mutual feeling. No, legit though. Like the first episode you put out, like was hype. Like even like for me, just as a viewer,
Yeah.
it's just like it's such good content. Like
I'm glad. Well, thank you guys. I know I want to put more work into it than I do now, but I think that's what I'm looking forward to most, and I think I need to find that balance before the end of the year, like ASAP, because yeah,
It's tough, man. I can speak firsthand. Like it's tough.
it's super
Finding
hard,
that
yeah.
balance, especially
Yeah.
like, I'm turning 28. In a
What?
couple months.
Yo, why is your toilet seat so freaking
'Cause I'm-
loose, man?
Oh, sorry, dog.
Don't worry, I tightened it for you.
I just seen some.
Because in terms of videos right now, like for Electric Playground and Film Fury, like I do like
Go, go.
8 to 10 videos a week.
Go.
Like I am editing a lot, or like being in videos or whatnot, quite a bit. So it's just like to find that balance. I just need to maybe,
Can we
down.
expect to see more on camera Bear Rudy on Electric Playground?
Yeah, probably. I mean, Vic always wants to have me on. He wants to do a few reviews.
Because every time I watch on Electric Playground, I watch the rundown every single day.
Yeah.
And sometimes you host, and it's fucking dope.
Oh, really? I do okay. I'm not as nearly half the thing of Vic right now.
Vic is a master.
Yeah, he's just so good at it.
Yeah.
But it's amazing for me, and Vic always wants me on camera and stuff like that. It's just more of like when I do the rundown, sometimes he likes it a lot, and he's like, "Yeah, Bear you should just do it more often." I was like, "No, Vic, trust me. This channel wants to see you a lot." So Vic is amazing. Victor Lucas he always looks out for me, and
he's a really good mentor.
And that's the main reason I took this position, was because to have Vic as a mentor, right? Because this is essentially the world that I want to go into, and just to have him, like right now we're working on documentaries for Nintendo.
That's awesome,
right? So we're literally talking to the head of marketing at Nintendo directly through emails, and just for me to be able to see these email chains and just to see how the conversation goes, it's like the most beneficial thing for me in the world, because I think my dream in the future will be to eventually have my own thing of some sorts and to have my own like company like that. So yeah, Vic always looks out, and trust me, he wants me on camera more than I am. It's just I'm the one who denies it more, because I'm just like, Vic, you should be doing
you
the
also
rundown
I think you should also seize the opportunity.
Of course, yeah. I just don't want to be doing. I don't want to be doing it for like a week in a row or something, because I just know the audience. It should be a nice balance, and the audience, the Electric Playground audience, is really cool to me, and they're really nice to me too.
They'll work you in.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice and slow, but I mean, at the same time, if Vic offers, dude, you gotta. If they crack the door open, you gotta kick that motherfucker in, dude.
For sure.
I'm just happy that you actually picked me to go to the Golden State Warriors game with you.
Dude, man, there's been so many cool opportunities. Whether it was flying to Florida a few weeks ago, like I've got to do so many cool things.
Well, you went to the Call of Duty event.
I did. Yeah.
How was that, dog?
I took that opportunity because I was. Damn, Rattel. I was in the esports world already, and I was like, "This is a free flight to Florida with everything paid and everything." I wanted to see the esports world from a different perspective, because I was kind of going through I was going through like a soulmate, like a soul search with terms of esports.
Soulmate.
Yeah, sorry, a soul search, because I was just wondering, like, is the esports world really for me? I want to see a whole different angle of it, because I see the FGC side, which is half esports, half FGC, but esports is slowly starting to eat it apart. So I just wanted to see what Call of Duty was like.
And that, I mean, I imagine Call of Duty is the most esportsified version of fucking video games.
It's the most esportsified version of it. I will say that it still is artificial, as much as Street Fighter V esports is artificial.
Yeah.
Like we were in the Amway Center, we saw all of the, we were able to access all the crazy rooms in there, but those seats weren't filled, is what I'm trying to say, is that the fact that it was still, esports has a long way to go, and I think right now the issue is we're trying to imitate real sports too much.
Hell yeah, dude.
And that's the first mistake that we're making, is because anyone from the outside looking in will be like, this is a fucking joke. Why are these guys taking this so seriously? Where I like what FGC's take on it is, where it's kind of like a little bit more fun, a little bit more color commentary with a lot of things, and that leaves more room for growth.
So you have to disagree with that.
I agree.
I don't like it. I don't like how it seems to me to be a little bit too unprofessional.
No,
that's why I don't like it.
But at the same time,
that's why I love League of Legends, because like they're pretty professional with their shoutcasting and commentary.
If Street Fighter V right now is nothing but professional shoutcasting with a little bit of mix of the crazier people like Yipes, and that's FGC. FGC needs to stay that way.
I will say, like, the finals for Evo for what's his name?
And you're comparing League of Legends.
James Chen?
Yeah, I like him.
James Chen's great. Like,
I mean, those two at the finals are good.
FGC, like Street Fighter,
like
especially.
The smaller stuff.
You need a mix of color and analyst, right? And James Chen is always a little bit of color with, like, he mixes it out. James Chen's just like. He's a good style. But
I mean, I would also say, like, James Chen doesn't have an esports background. He's an FGC
exactly,
background.
And that's why
he's an FGC.
That's
OG,
why
dude.
we fucking love the guy.
And so that's why, like, fighting games is such a weird thing, because esports is new. Generally, esports is very, very fucking brand new. But the FGC has been around since the fucking 90s.
Yeah.
So it's like you have all of these. So fighting games in particular, League of Legends is different because League of Legends was born into esports, whereas FGC is adopted.
Exactly. You can never compare.
that's fair.
You can never compare League of Legends to anything else because nothing else has the audience that League of Legends already has.
That's true, yeah.
And League of Legends is going full esports by design. They're going esports now because they're thinking about that shit into their build. And other games are trying to replicate what League of Legends is doing, and that is mistake number one. Right, doing this free-to-play shit, doing these character rotations, and doing this.
Brian Martinez, I miss the thuggery of the FGC.
Yeah, it's
Part of
true.
what makes it special.
It's true. You know, me and Mike Ross, we every time we see each other, and I mean, Mike is. I can talk about Mike right now. He's gone probably for good, but apparently I hear words that he might come to Canada Cup, which I need to text him and talk to him. But
he's on those texting terms.
but it's just we're trying to replicate too much, and we're not there yet, I think. And I think we got to stop replicating real sports as much. And I think obviously analytical commentary is very important, but we need to show the fun of video games first.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's the most important thing about this whole
Maybe
thing.
it's trash talk, man.
And like I saw this thing where it's like
fair.
the Olympics.
I hear what you're saying.
The Olympics are trying to bring in esports,
no.
and some people are against for it, some people are against it. I'm just like,
let's just
Why?
remember League of Legends and Dota are the reason why esports exist. Okay, everyone is trying to copy. Everyone is trying to copy that, and that's what I was saying is mistake number one is the fact that we are trying to copy exactly what League of Legends is doing, and
I
that's
think
not the right approach, and it's not gonna grow. Like I don't think Street Fighter V audience has been growing. You know what I mean? And it's not only because of the game. I just think it's also because of the approach. And you know, the thing about Street Fighter 4 was it was also bare bones. It was all like only at the end Capcom fighters got on terms, but you know, everything was self-organized, self-set up, and that really showed. You know, it's that intimacy I was talking about that YouTube really strives for. Twitch kind of strives for that a little bit too, and I think we need to keep that intimacy in for these kind of newer games, as well as keep it, you know, professional with esports. But yeah, the only places that are selling arenas, not even Call of Duty, as much as Call of Duty sells copies, they're not getting the esports audience.
No.
You know, it's only Dota.
It's not a good spectator sport.
It's
you know
not.
what I mean?
Exactly.
Fun to watch.
It's not, and that's what I mean. I think even with a simple thing like commentary, you could make it a little bit more enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
And that's just my 2 cents.
No.
Anyways, Whitney, what are you looking most
Yeah.
forward
Holy shit, man! I don't know if I
I'm
can.
looking for this to end.
to? I'm looking forward
I love you,
to the
Bear.
end of the stream.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to going to bed tonight.
Sleep, bitches. That's what I'm looking forward to. No, I'm looking forward to Mario Odyssey. That looks great.
Yeah.
And tomorrow, because it's our anniversary.
Bear, what do you got planned, dog? Big
no.
night out. Let's go.
How many years now?
6 years. Do you know why I know? Because your anniversary is 1 day, 2 days before mine. Me and Chriselle.
What did you guys do, Rachel?
We haven't done anything yet. We're going out Tuesday. We got reservations at Kobe, very fancy steak restaurant.
It's just expensive.
Yeah, you're like,
I know.
Yo, Ritel's got the
Better be the
YouTube money
best
though.
damn steak you ever had.
Kobe beef.
Kobe beef.
we're gonna do a little bit tomorrow, but tomorrow Whitney doesn't have the whole day, so I think we're gonna do another day mainly for our dinner. We're looking at a place in Burnaby for dinner.
I'll
that
go
we
to the arcade.
Whitney just wants to go to the fucking arcade.
No, I wish Chriselle wanted just to go there.
I'll play my rhythm game.
Yo, she's watching this right now.
Oh no! Shit! No, Chriselle, Kobe's good. Kobe's good.
That Billy's running. Billy's running to the other house right now.
That's not funny.
Yo, she's coming in hot. Coming in hot, man.
She's gonna come fucking scald me real quick.
Until it's done.
I'm sorry.
Cut it. Gary says cut it.
It's over.
Yeah, forget Kobe, man. He's gonna be alone.
But yeah, is that gonna wrap it up for us?
We got a couple more.
Okay.
A couple more.
Let's wrap it up.
Cheesy man, thank you so much. We spent a long time on that.
Let's burn through these last two.
Yeah.
I think we just got one more from an OG listener. This is from your boy Lance.
Lance.
I've been following Top Tiers since 2013, 2014, and I missed you guys. You guys have helped me through depression, and watching / listening to you guys have helped me cheer up. you making fun?
Read the damn
Yeah,
email. Dog.
this is good. This is good.
I'm gonna take it from the top. Okay.
Don't think continue, dog.
You guys have helped me through depression, and watching / listening to you guys have helped cheer me up. I look forward to you guys every week. Seeing you guys having plans on your own to the point where the podcast slowly stopped bummed me out. But after hearing about the reunion, I've been so happy in my life. Currently, I'm content with my life. Hopefully in the future there will be more podcasts or streams. Makes me feel at home. Best wishes from Lance. There's no question in there. It's just some well wishes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Lance.
That's yeah.
Much love to you, dude.
Dude, and Lance is an OG. He's actually been stopping by my
OG.
streams for a very long time.
Nah, yep, he still does.
So, Lance, shout outs to you, man. Thank you so much for your support through all these years.
And I mean, the reality is, I mean, we're still available. I mean, we're not doing podcasts, which is what you guys want to see. But I mean, like, at least for myself, and I'm sure it's true for everyone. But like, if you guys need like a year, you know, someone to listen or to talk with, like, I don't know.
The channels are still open, man.
Like we're still here. We're still here. Like again, I do care. I do care about the audience. I mean, I mean, I love you guys. And
It's been 5 years, dude. I feel like we know so many of our
Yeah.
audience members now. It's just like, you know, it's the top tier is a community.
Exactly. That's what it became. It became a community. That's why it's like there was just a few of us, but like it was a good thing. It's a
Yeah,
really good thing that we had,
absolutely.
and it's because of. I mean, again, the viewers, they have these questions. You know, sometimes it's just like. No, we're not gonna answer that.
Toasty.
But most of the times it was just, you know, things to really get us thinking. Or
Yeah, absolutely. Anyways, guys, that is going to wrap up the top tier 5-year reunion episode. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. This is all going to be archived on youtube.com/RetellFactor. If you guys want to check that out over there. If you didn't catch us live,
If there's any questions, you can slide into my DMs on Instagram. That's
slide in the
thing I'm
DMs. Anyone want to plug anything before we leave? Hey, okay, and we are going to do.
What's Billy? What's your Instagram? I want to know.
You don't have my Instagram?
I don't have Instagram.
I have Instagram.
Okay, yeah, I'm stuck with you. My Instagram is BHA10, man. Nice and easy.
BHA.
My SFU login ID. You guys
What the?
Billy, let's not go that far, dog.
You don't give him your phone number, dog.
It's fine, man. You're not even in there.
Let us know your social insurance.
get your social insurance
Oh,
number.
yeah.
Again, we gotta get the FBI involved.
Your passport number is sin. All that shit.
also my
We're actually gonna jump into a after stream real quick. We're gonna play some games. But thank you so much for listening to the podcast.
Most
watching the
importantly, we're gonna get dinner because I'm fucking hungry.
podcast. we
gang
are gonna get
signs
some
up.
dinner. Thank you so
Gang
much
signs up.
for all of the support over all of these years. It's been 5 amazing years. So thank you so much. Peace out.
Peace out, motherfuckers.
I guess that's not gonna be the last podcast. I guess we're probably gonna
Bye.
We're gonna hit 69.
We still gotta hit
69.
We have to, at the very least.
Can we do 69 on Valentine's Day?
Yo!
Apparently, I forgot who wrote it. Apparently, it's actually 67th right now.
That is 67.
Yeah.
Rattel and Beardy have to 69. On
They have to 69.
All right, guys, we're gonna set up the after
I'm down
stream.
with it.
We will be back in a few minutes. Thank you.